Hey, what's up, y'all? So, I was, I was mad at my own business. Like I always do. And I get a request from Trey So Raw. And so he come on. Now, mind you, I'm up here about to get ready for the night to go to bed. Because I got things to do in the morning. Work, running the show, etc. So he had called me and I said, let me reach out to, because I feel bad I didn't get to see him and T-Spiller when I was in town, because they still in town. So we get on, he was like, I got the girls want to see you. I'm like, all these Dallas people, baby, they literally at a table. All pretty, the cast of Chasing Dallas. Hey, Wiley, they said, da, da, da. Markel didn't want to speak. And then Trey said, you had got beat up at your apartment and stuff like that. I'm like, Markel, why are you telling these people of a 6-7-year-old video of me and my sneaky link getting it in and we were play fighting outside? Is that the best you can do? And see, this is why Ressie G is different than Markel. You're letting Wiley trigger you, and you supposed to be this super producer. Why are you having a dinner with bloggers and with other bloggers that was there? Your boy Nunu was at the table. All these bloggers at the table. Trace wrote, T-Spiller, and all that. Why are you triggered? I shouldn't be the topic. The topic should be your cast, Ted Lee, Sean, Astro, JC, Robert, Kesey, 7D, Jet. It should be the cast and Marquise. The cast. You shouldn't be worried about what Wiley is saying. You know why you worried? Because I ain't gonna kiss your butt. That's not a gag. Oh, he don't come outside. I do come outside. I was at Suella's a couple of weekends ago. Oh, you said because I don't be at Marty's? Oh, because I don't be at I don't go to those establishments. It's boring and dry. Empty, boring and dry. That's not my type of style. I like to dance with the lesbians. I like to party and have a good time. So, but these people talk about come outside, come out. Girl, get on camera and entertain the audience. I'm 33 years old. Sit down. Get on camera. Okay? Get on camera and have an entertainment. That's the problem. Y'all can't handle criticism, but yet y'all want to be superstars. Y'all want to be reality stars, but you can't handle Wiley. Just quit doing shows. Quit doing shows if you can't handle what Wiley is saying. Quit being a reality star. Just stop it. The problem is with Markel, you are literally embarrassing Ted Lee about his business, being a fraudulent real estate agent. You embarrass this man's whole livelihood. I would not have him be my realtor to say if he was the last realtor in Dallas. Well, according to the girls and Sean, he's not licensed. He's not in the system. This is what gets me. We talking about the show. Markel, you mad? Did I uplifted Ressie G? Did I lie? No. I did lie. Ressie G, his storytelling was much better. I'm not impressed. Yet only one cast member, they say, JC, I hope I'm saying his name right, have his own business, own location, whatever, which is great. Okay, who else got a business? Who else got something going chasing something? Who else? Where's the other story? Why is it just stuck on one person? That's because you are a limited producer. You don't know how to have multiple storylines. You don't. You only have focusing on Ted Lee. He ain't no superstar. He ain't no superstar in my eye. Sorry. Not impressed. I'm not impressed. And you at dinner inquiring about Wiley? And then I talk with you, you got your head down. All right, let's talk man to man. You can come on my show. I have a show. We can have a location. I book the studio time. We could do a 2-hour interview. Come on. You can't handle that I don't kiss your butt. I'm sorry, I don't. I ain't gonna kiss it. Your butt ain't worthy for me to even kiss. You know what I mean? It's not. So, you're upset at Wiley yet again. This is like the second time that you are upset at Wiley's opinion. You would have came out better putting me on the cast, and maybe this show could have been, well, it would have been much better. It would have been much better than what it is today. It's a snooze fest. That's my opinion. Who cares who comes outside and all that? That doesn't matter. What matters is me reviewing the show. I'm not a socialite. I'm an entertainer. You don't impress me because you can get people at the club. Then you're going to tell them, I can get Wiley put out of the club. First of all, you got to get me inside of a club to put me out of. I don't go to none of them establishments that you go to. I go to dominated straight stuff where you have no influence. I don't go to people of club that you screwing the DJ. Screwing the security guard. You can have that influence, baby. But some of your cast can't say nothing towards Wiley. Especially that your main star and your main star was in my bedroom. So, that ain't my fault. And he at the table. I was not intimate with Wiley. Girl, just shut up. Do you really think them queens at that table believe you? I was not intimate with Wiley. Okay. But Trey, T-Spiller, myself, and Ted Lee, we was on a live, private live, like we was on IG, like on Messenger, talking, blah, blah, blah. And then they went on and went to sleep. And then what did Ted Lee do? He DM'd me. Ooh. He DM'd me. And you already know how that goes. It was around like this time, and we did what we had to do. So, you can't get mad. I don't know why y'all get mad at Wiley. These people be saying, I ain't got no influence, I ain't got no viewers, I ain't got no what's in name. We just did 190,000 views on Twitter today. But anyway, I don't got no viewers, I don't got no this, I don't got no that. If all of that is true, then why are y'all having a table dinner discussion about Wiley? Why are y'all discussing me? Why, Markel, you're telling to call Wiley with T-Svella and with Trey and think I'm going to come outside? And if I did decide to come outside today, I wouldn't be there eating with y'all. I'd be like, T-Svella, y'all hit me up when you away from them fake people. I don't trust them girls. They're irrelevant. Never going to happen. Maybe if they strategize at that table how to increase the views, then we can have a conversation. Have a conversation about increase them views. Stop trying to talk about me. I'm not the problem. It's a sinking ship on YouTube. It's sinking. You're looking for me, you won't find me, bitch. And if you decided, okay, that's dumb. Y'all on your way to jail. Criminal records off a free YouTube show? Do you think Ardario got a legal department to get you out of prison? Are you that dumb, Markel? Do you really want half of your cast with felonies? That's dumb. This is why Ressie G is needed back. Markel, you too emotional. You can't handle Wiley. Off a free YouTube show. It's a free show. You acting like, baby, you on Bravo. Girl, if you don't sit down and get back to uploading on YouTube, stop getting mad at Wiley. Ted Lee, do you want to go to prison? You already been a fraudulent real estate agent. That mugshot, all that been gay. So, I just don't understand these people. I mean, I can't believe it. They had dinner looking for Wiley. I just did a successful show, reaching hundreds of thousands of people, like on X. This is really lightweight. I'm not taking this serious. These girls got these fragile egos. Hey, Tasha. They got these fragile egos. This is why the gays and y'all not ready for the mainstream. This is a light work. I'm not even putting a thumbnail like really, really dragging y'all. Y'all can't have, you looking for Wiley? And do what exactly? Okay. Okay. I just feel like I'm going to say this. Chasing Dallas. Y'all might as well, in this new season, because this season is just a flop, just throw it in the garbage. If you bring me on next season, you have to bring Ressie G back. I'm not doing it without Ressie. And because the reason why I say that, it have to be when I'm coming on, bitch, it got to mean something. Ressie got to come. Wiley got to come. The other queen that me and him, he was telling me the tea about Chasing Dallas, and Ressie confronted him at the dinner. Bring him back, and then that show would mean something. You could bring Trey Howard back, King Dior. It will be major ratings because it's real reality. That stuff talking about, you ain't no real reality. You ain't no real real estate agent. You ain't no, that's, baby, when you get Riley with real storylines, real reality, then we can talk. Markel, you just want to be known so you can go in the club and get in for free. But you didn't get in the club because you got chased down. You get in the club because you sleep with the owners and the promoters and the DJs. That's why you able to get in those clubs for free. Anybody can have the same influence. get a show, get a group of people, don't pay them, go viral. I will have the same amount of influence or better in Dallas. It is not hard. The problem is, y'all, Markel, I'm talking about you because you're the leader of Dallas, right? You're the leader of Dallas. You at the table. But let me tell you, let me pull your card, bruh. You a coward. Because when I came up on Trey So Raw TV, Trey did all the talking. And he had to tell me what you said. And when the camera was panning you, you had your head down. Because you're scared. You want other people to do your dirty work. No, baby, you the leader. You the leader. Bring the leader on them. You the daddy of the show. I want to talk to the daddy, Markel. Come on, baby. Stand to the light. Stop trying to bring other girls. Come on. We could have been had dinner. But you ain't gonna do it around your in crowd.
Why was I?
Oh, you was summoned because I just wanted you here because you messy.
Oh, mom.
I'm just joking, child. You had spills of tea with A Connection TV said they have flopped and they ain't got no money.
Everybody knows what happened last year between all.
I didn't know. Yeah, everybody did. Wiley didn't know. When I don't know, I didn't know.
Well,
and you know,
listen,
and me.
we had a situation last year because of some things, and we went our separate ways.
Yeah, I didn't know what happened with y'all when y'all went your separate ways. Because I really thought you were still doing acting, cut,
No,
you know, in front of the camera.
still acting. Also, I just premiered at New York Fashion Week in February, and I'm booked again in New York Fashion Week in September. You got to catch up, Wiley.
I didn't know because again, you know why I tap out of the gay stuff because people like Markel, weak, they can't handle my criticism, so I got to tap out. Y'all ain't strong enough. The women, unfortunately, I got to say this gonna hurt. The women can take Wiley more than the gays, and they supposed to be so-called men.
Oh, Wiley, I can take you.
I know you can take me, but we talking about the lead producer, the super producer of Chasing Dallas.
I have 3 questions, Wiley. Let me ask these questions. Now, you said you got me up here because I'm with the bullshit. I am with the shits and giggles. So, did you say you fucked Ressie G?
Yeah, it happened. Then I didn't say it. Ressie shared it in Atlanta.
You and Ressie G did the nasty.
Yeah, we did do the nasty. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Cameron did the nasty.
Who?
Cameron.
No comment.
No comment me now. You all hype about Ressie.
No, me and Cameron, we never had sex.
Okay.
Me and Cameron never had. If you should ask me, did you ever wanted to have sex with Cameron? The answer will be yes. But me and Cameron never. Me and Cameron go way
okay.
back. We never had sex.
Another one, Wiley. Did you try to have sex with J.M. Moore?
Never.
Oh.
Never. I never met J.M. Moore in person.
I thought that was right up your alley, huh?
Yeah, I never. It is right up my. We was in close proximity, but we never was in the same room. We never was at the same club. I was never sitting at dinner.
Hey, Ressie, so Wiley was that he had sexual relationships with you, and I was trying to make sure because I hopped on a live a couple of weeks ago or a week ago, and he was detailing it, and I came in at the last minute when he. So I was just confirming that what I heard was that Wiley had sex with Ressie G, and it was like some freaky, kiki, nasty shit.
It was great. He told K-Star, because I interviewed K-Star, amazing rapper. I brought him on my platform, and he said, "Yeah, Ressie told me." I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." He said it was good, and somebody else told me from Atlanta he said it was good, which was great because a lot of the girls, what they do, Rico, and I'm gonna say it humbly, they love to throw shade with Wiley during the day in front of their homegirls.
They be trying to get that dick because Wiley, I heard you had a big old schlong.
And I do. That's not no cap. So Ted Lee.
Okay. my inbox so I can confirm it real quick and then let me.
I'm not. No, you're gonna see. I ain't doing that because y'all do too much. I'm done with the gay community. I'm retired. I'm leaving.
You can't be done. I'm not done. I'm not done.
I'll see you in Atlanta in a couple of weeks. I'm be in Atlanta.
Wiley, I'm not meeting you in person because you tried last time you tried to come to Atlanta. You wanted to have sexual relationships with me, and that was.
I once had, yeah. But I was in Atlanta, and see, this is the thing. I'm glad you said when I come out, I do come outside, but I don't. It have to mean something. I was at Monique Shaw. I was in the audience. Markel wasn't in there. I guess he was producing Chasing Dallas. I guess. But
I got you on live because I don't get on this because the people be talking shit, but people don't fuck with me no more. So I can talk to whoever I want to now because the people don't fuck with me no more. So I can run my mouth, my dick beaters with whoever I want to talk to now. So don't fuck with me. They said that you tried out for Chasing Dallas for every season.
No. I tried out for one season.
Okay.
The season where the teacher, the trans woman, last year.
Oh, no, you can't because God said that's not in his plans. Bitch, I'm still booked, busy.
You said
you right. Just follow it.
Right. So Trey Howard, I don't know if you know him.
I do.
He's the cast member. He used to be a cast of Chase Dallas. Now he moved to LA. He's a huge OnlyFans star now. So he told me to audition for Chasing Dallas. So I did. But once I saw Oliver, Ardario, Markel is that cast, I knew I wasn't going to get that. But to appease Trey Howard, because he did do an interview with me, I said, okay, cool. I'll just do it for shits and giggles. But I knew the type of gay they want. This the type of gay that Chasing want. It's no shade. I'm a celebrity dog walker. I'm a celebrity hairstylist. I'm a celebrity rapper.
Wait a minute. Hold on, bitch. Let me clarify some motherfucking shit. Because I knew you was about to say that. Let me clarify one motherfucking thing.
I'm a celebrity chef, but you chopping up chicken wings and collard greens in your kitchen. No celebrity in sight. But okay.
Would you do this for me? Since you wanted to work with me so bad and the people don't like me, and I don't care they don't like me, and they don't like you either. I'm about to watch all the episodes of Chasing Dallas, and we gon' Monday, me and you gonna do a Chasing Dallas panel.
I don't think they're ready for that because
let's do it.
We have to do it because the different thing for me is, and I tell Scotty by Nature TV this, and I told him this privately, and I said it publicly. I don't do well with just overly kissing people butt when I know it's trash.
Definitely know that because the bullshit and the lies you be talking about Nicki Minaj, girl, I just be blocking them posts because I be like, he don't know what the fuck he talking about. But it be entertaining though.
That's what but Rico, you are the type of guy. Do you think I want to be successful in this arena being boring, not being entertaining? You have to be entertaining. I don't understand, just like Chasing. The reason why the numbers are not mega numbers like it was under Ressie G, the great Ressie G, because they're playing it safe, they're boring. Nobody's really, like when you was fighting, you made it happen. It was great television. They just playing it safe. I'm not afraid of Ted Lee.
Let me tell you something. Atlanta Housewives isn't Potomac, correct?
True.
New York isn't Miami, correct?
True.
Dubai is definitely not Atlanta, correct?
True.
So why are you comparing other shows? Why are you comparing Dallas to Atlanta? Those aren't Atlanta girls.
Because they are bringing that to Dallas.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. If you read the comments of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, they say that he's trying to bring this Phaedra, Nene. That's an outdated formula. Hell, let's be technical. That formula ain't even working for Real Housewives. They losing their jobs.
Here's my thing, Wiley, and this is why I say people watch the show to critique, not to watch the show. Because if you watch the show, each person has their own characteristic. Yes, it's similar to probably this person or that person. I give you that. I will say the girls are very clockable and very much so a caricature of something else, which is something that I don't like. I do not like that because of the fact that, and I think the reason why Atlanta is so successful and it does well is because the girls come on there and try to be an image of some other thing that they see, and there are real girls on the show that shut that shit down quick. So I feel like even with the last season of Atlanta, I think he just put too many fake girls on, and the real girls were just checked out at that point. We were all we had our friends for real, our real life friends on the show, so we could check out on that fake shit. But I really feel like the girls are in Dallas are giving you a show, but it's not the show you want because of the fact that you don't want to give them the chance to show what they can bring. Because you're comparing them to the other girls on shows like Potomac in Atlanta. And that's sickening, to be honest. For you to sit here and compare them to mainstream girls, that's sickening. Because that means they're giving you mainstream capability. So that means they are putting on a show. It's just not the show that you want. But you have to give them the opportunity. I'm not trying to kiss no ass. I'm just being for real. I don't watch Dallas and look at Atlanta and look for Atlanta.
But I understand that. I get your point, honestly. But this is coming from someone that been covering Chasing when it first started, all the way back when Nico, when his baby mama was on Little Women of Atlanta, he came out of the closet. He was working over there with Chasing. This is how far back I go back with the franchise. I didn't just start with this. I go way back. So my point is, when it comes to Chasing Dallas, when I got the phone call before it even came out, when Ressie called me after he coming on my show about Chasing Atlanta, he's talking about do this show about Chasing Dallas. I said, okay, cool. And I've always said I need to have power behind the scenes because with my type of storyline, I need complete creative control because I'm bringing true storylines. That's got media attention. It would be different. I'm not coming in talking I'm a celebrity dog walker and then in the next new season, bitch, I was homeless. I didn't have a place to stay. But damn, where's all the celebrities you've been walking their damn dogs? See, this is what you got to be careful what you say on camera. I'm sorry, I get it, but it's kind of triggering me because y'all be saying stuff. How in the world could you be a celebrity dog walker about 2 months ago in the season, and then the next season you went through financial turmoil, you was greatly homeless? That doesn't, what celebrity? And then when I say that, I just say amen, or if I come down your road, just say ouch. But my thing is, when it comes to Chasing Dallas, when Markel, he does a lot of mess off camera. I shouldn't be brought up because I'm not a cast member. I get more publicity with this show off camera than the cast that go there, show up to work with Vaseline on their face, bumps around their lips. I'm getting more.
On this thing because my face is showing right now. You see my new.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, if you can't handle my mouth, my criticism, quit. Because I show up every day on the Wiley Show with a cockeye, yellow teeth, wrinkled shirt, and baby, I do it.
You right there. I be cockeye.
But do I be like, let's do dinner, pull up? That's stupid. I be pulling up for the rest of my damn life.
Thank you.
So what I'm saying is, these girls, Markel is the leader.
So is Wiley. You got a problem with Markel?
I have a huge problem with Markel. He's a coward. He's a snake.
So you can duke it out. Or do you
don't want to duke it out? I just want him to just quit and bring back Ressie G. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
How about I set up a conversation between you two so y'all can get clear that
on camera with lights, microphones. We gotta go. No private.
I don't live in Dallas.
Don't worry. I can send you a plane ticket.
Oh, okay. Give me a plane ticket.
Light, camera, mics. Let's do that. Let's just scrap the rest of the Chasing Dallas. Let's throw that in the garbage. Start over. A special edition where I have a conversation. You can host it on Chase Me Out. It will be the highest views. It will be way higher than Chasing the Beat. It's no shade.
Now, what not gonna do it. I was part of Chase.
It's not towards you. I'm just talking about, because Oliver, another fake one, and I met him in person. He know why, and I go into details about that. But I guess he's still crying to T.S. Madison because he didn't get credit with Beyonce. But girl, you know about business. You went to Morehouse and you got screwed by a woman with a wig on. Guess the way sit down. You still ain't get your residual checks with Beyonce. But let's move on. I want to say this. And this is me. If we do a conversation like they did on Zeus and hosting on Chase Reality, me having a conversation with Markel, hell, you can bring all of the cast. It will be the highest rated. It will beat Chasing Dallas.
Well,
hands.
I'm gonna do and I'm ready to get offline because I'm here and I'm hanging out with someone and I'm having a good time. And this has been fun. So what we gonna do, Wiley, we're gonna set up a day for us to just chit chat on your. You've been wanting me on your platform. I'm going.
And I told you we was on there when their award show. When we did that award show and they was being shady with that award show. And I brought you on, and you had to get off because they said you couldn't get the award because you didn't show up. It was a shady award show. And I told them organizers.
Yeah, it's still football's based to the death of me. That's the only reason why that show that I created, never mind, we're not going to, yes, we're going to go there. That's the only reason why that show I created is nominated, because anytime you go against me and somebody don't like me, they going to try to help you come against me.
Yeah.
And everybody, because everybody's getting their shine because everybody hates Rico.
And you know, if they hate you, you are, I don't know what the word to describe me. If they hate you and you're likable, you're attractive, your eyeballs are straight. So if they hate you, I don't know what the word is to describe me then. Because, damn, what's the most greatest word than hate for Wiley? Because these people at dinner eating chicken talking about Wiley. This just happened to
say that boy who was in your car that said that macaroni and collard greens was ghetto or whatever he had said. I didn't like that. I didn't appreciate that because I like macaroni and cheese and collard greens.
I know, I know that, but it was just nasty at Sweet Georgia Brown in Dallas. Oh, I was outside in Dallas, but they said, oops, I don't go outside. No, I don't sit with you girls eating chicken being fake. Because if Markel would have said something to me at that table, I promise you, that's why I wasn't at that table. Because don't do that. Because you're dealing with a person, if you trigger me, just go Google this media tape, okay? Because I was on the media, okay? Okay. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. I will give you something real that I won't be able to turn off. So I thank you for coming on. But yeah, we could definitely do a Chase It. It would be the best because, again, I'm not going to kiss they butt. Some of the cast I like. JC I like. Seven Deep I like. Quincy I like as an artist. You can get off the show because he's boring. But as an artist, he can perform well. He's just dry on the show.
Talking about Keith.
I'm sorry, Keith. Because he's getting unforgivable because he's not that. Like, I fast forward to his thing because it's so boring. 7D, like his music, not him for it as a personality. Astro, I like the Vaseline. I love the look. I ain't really got no money, but I'm still chasing with you. I like him because he did screw Ted Lee, ex-boyfriend. Great. So Astro would stay. He would be an ally if I joined the cast. Ted Lee, he can stay because I got to confront him because he's a fraud. I will confront him. And Markel have to be a cast member because I want to get him I'm going to read him his right every single thing. He going to need everybody to tag team and they're going to all lose. Because King Dior, he ain't going to come back because he needs some money. Trey Howard, he ain't going to come back because he making money on OnlyFans. Once you busting it wide open on OnlyFans, you ain't going to downgrade and leave and go work on YouTube for free. That ain't going to happen because he busting it right. I went on his OnlyFans. It looked really nice and his boyfriend really, really. I just want them to do more action like Rico Pure and Brandon Carson when they was getting it in. Like I told Brandon Carson when I was in line, I said, bruh, I'm tired of seeing you on your underwear. I need to see you busting it wide open in order for me so I can pay my $20. I need to see action on OnlyFans. I don't want to see you in your drawers. I already see that on Instagram for free. I want to see it busting it wide slob. I want to see cheeks. I want to see it all. Oh my. So I just had to say that because I get it in with these people. I love talking about them, but they can't have them on my tongue. See, this is why I talk about Nikki, because Nikki not going to give me a reaction.
Girl, but you going to stop lying on her before she Tasha K your ass.
What you mean that I lied? What was the lie that I said about her?
Bitch, you said a lot of lies. I blocked the.
What was one lie I said about Nikki?
Not happening on my watch, so he might want to just skip this conversation if you want to keep me in alignment with you.
Oh, you didn't like Nikki, but I understand. Most gays love Nikki. I would love to see her perform at Atlanta Gay Pride since she loved the gay community so much.
Yeah, in 2010, or was it 9? Because I went. Oh no, it was 2008. Because it was at Tracks. What did I watch?
Oh, it was in 2008. Ooh, I was 18 years old.
Because Trinity it was the pink and black era, and Trinity had went and she had made the bob, and we was like trying our best to get, and it was at the Tracks. It was at Tracks that was the old skating ring. Yes, and I was part of the Tracks family, so and Trinity was too, so that's how we got to meet her when she was like.
How old was you when that happened?
I was 19.
How old are you now?
I am 35.
Okay. So, Nicki Minaj, can you please come for us in our 30s to see the gay community? Because Nicki Minaj wasn't the Nicki Minaj that she is today.
Yep, Tracks on Columbia Drive. Ressie, you better remember, baby, the old skate ring. That's why I met Tiana Taylor, too. Because she used to come in there and she used to be in the Vogue room. Remember the Vogue room that sat in the back? She used to be in the Vogue room. Tiana Taylor used to walk balls. Like, she was like, that's why I be laughing when people say she don't know what she's talking about. No, Mama used to be in Tracks on Columbia Drive in the Vogue room, getting her life.
Yes. And I would love to see those people get their life with the gays today. And I'm going to say this in closing.
I wouldn't the gays today. These hoes don't know how to act. These motherfuckers are retarded.
They don't. They don't know how to act.
I don't have to go to the motherfucking club. I don't want to go.
No. Because it all depends on what type of club you go to. Like, I love party with the lesbians versus the gay men, the gay boys. It's different.
Lesbians now, they be partying and they get you drunk, and I don't even drink.
Yeah, they party. That's as much of and that's what Markel said to Trace Raw and T-Swan. Wally don't come outside. I was just outside 2 weekends ago at Sue Ellis in Dallas. I do come outside. I'm not gonna come there and kiss your butt to see you.
I used to.
It's so much that I will tell you. It's so much that I will say, and I just hold my thoughts. And when we would do the chasing panel, but again, I stand on to defend Ressie G need to come back to the Chase Reality family because Adario Markel is a sinking ship. The ship is already in water, and the Coast Guard have said we can't find it's a sinking, just over. We moved on to the next case.
We just say in respect to both parties, they both have contributed something to the chase.
Absolutely not. Nope. I believe Ressie G started something great, and Markel tried to fill Ressie G's shoes, and he had failed from the first time he took over, and he failed the second time. He has failed over and over and over and over and over again, and that's the sad part. Most of the people with impact, like King Dior, he gone. Trey Howard, gone. King Kane, in which he's amazing. And I just suck his dick that good. When I did suck his dick, I wasn't good sucking his dick or whatever he said this. King K was entertaining. He's gone, but that was a Ressie G. I'm the Ressie G. But the girls they got now, child, please, they don't stand nowhere near those girl shoes.
Wiley, can we put a pin on this and unpack this when we do this?
Okay.
Maybe we can have some behind the scenes conversations where I can cool you down a little bit.
I don't do behind the scenes. Because I want everything real raw.
Bring your ass up here. Let's see. Let's get it started. Let's get it popping. Come on up here, Nicole. Let's get it going.
Call Nicole right here.
I sure did. She's sitting in the comments. She might as well come up in here because she's not going to allow anybody to slander her brother. And this is going to be a good conversation.
You said slander Markel.
I'm sorry. I'm just going to.
But no. But what I said about Nicole is, let's be honest about. Let's be honest about Nicole.
Let's wake it up.
When she came on Chase in Dallas, see, this is why people don't watch my reviews. When she came on, she woke the show up.
Okay.
But it took somebody to come from LA. Because them motherfucking bitches was boring. She woke me up.
Bring her up. Bring justice for Nicole right here. Bring Nicole up.
Oh, you said bring her up. She had to send a request because I'm pressing her name.
Pick her name. Fight her.
It say add as moderator. Don't say bring up. It say add as moderator or pin comment. Like I think she had to.
Oh,
And yeah,
and Reese said, "Here, this gonna get good. This done got good. I done started some shit."
she woke it up. Like Nicole woke it up. It was boring. They had Ted Lee, and it was embarrassing to Ted Lee. It's nowhere in the world that I be promoting a book. Only 3 people show up. I would have shut that shit down. You set me up to get dragged.
Looking at the number of pages that was in the
It was
book.
the number of pages. It's not even the number of pages, bitch. It could have been 3 pages. I would have been, there's 80 people would have showed up. But it wasn't nobody there. Then you have Marquise, sexy ass, make the fool. He's sexy as fuck. He can make me some chicken, baby back ribs, and some potato salad. But the point is, you set that man up for failure, but he's supposed to be in time. Why would you want that? And Nicole came and she shut it down. Said, I only came here because I came to support George, and I just came for his party. But since I had a little time, I come and do my 1-2 step. And she woke it up. I was like, damn, she needs to be a cast member. That's what I'm saying. Like, I said, she needs to be a cast member than the people that they got on there. That's like my whole point.
Why are y'all like this? Why are y'all like this?
Baby, I don't know what I had got going on. I just walked.
I didn't watch your review, Wiley, but thank you. I appreciate the compliment. I knew it was something. I seen you lurking on my page, but I didn't know because I only know of you, Wiley, to be real controversial. So I didn't know what it meant when I saw you lurking on my page. But I appreciate the kind words. I just do my small part to try to, do what needs to be done. But that was all Markel. So you got to give Markel his props. Like, even though I'm from LA, baby, Markel was the one that brought me to the scene. Like, Markel was doing his good producing.
Yeah,
And sometimes you do have to utilize other people and their talents, baby. I'm a good wake it up type of bitch. Like, I'm good for waking it up. And
he had no choice. His cast couldn't do it.
Before we go, you don't want to say hey?
Some people, it take them a little minute to get in a groove. Like, everybody's not fresh out the gate, like going hard. You know what I mean? Like, there are certain personalities that are fresh out the gate that are going to give you what you need. And then there are some, you got to ease them. You got to warm them up a little bit.
Nicole, I told him he can't compare.
Okay, so episode 10, they should be warm.
I'm not going to say 10. Well, you didn't think episode 2, they was a little more feisty?
It was a little more...
You didn't think that was a little more feisty on episode 2?
Is this you have to wait towards the end just to get a little piece of a spice. But it's just like
leave you wanting more.
But
it's like this story. It don't make sense to be talking about Ted Lee and him being a realist. That doesn't make any sense. That's so dumb.
Well, that's his
what about
claim to fame, though? So if that's his claim to fame and the girls are breaking him down to size because he's really not doing the things that he's claiming he's doing, because he walks around like a grand diva of, the Dallas.
For me, honestly, it's just not hitting for me because, number one, if y'all say y'all supposed to uplift the culture and the LGBT people, why are we shading a person that say they in business helping to sell houses and he's coming out being a fraud?
Because it's not uplifting if you're lying. That's the problem. Like, you need to be your authentic self. We can't uplift a lie because that perpetuates the stigma that all the gays are scamming and they're lying and they're not doing the things that they say that they're doing. So if you put yourself on this platform, which is in turn putting you on a pedestal, baby, if I said I owned a salon, honey, and then y'all saw me at the Supercuts, I'm a liar.
So you're saying for a point that Ted Lee is a liar.
I don't know because I don't know his business. I'm just telling you what the girls are saying. But what I'm saying is I don't think that they're trying to defame his character or anything. They're just trying to hold him to the fire. Like, you can't not be able to back up the things that you say. And if you want to be in real estate school, that's cool. If you're studying to be a realtor, that's great as well. But do not come on here like, oh, I'm selling houses. I could take you over here. I could do this. I could do that. And you can't back up the things that you say. Like, I've said it from day one. I need people to stand in their authentic truths. You know what I mean? Rico, baby, sells the burgers and the tacos and the chicken wings down to the Taco Mac and the tavern. And he lets the people know that. And I can respect that. Because at the end of the day, baby, how are you paying for this studio time? If you're paying with your tips that you make from being a server, I'll respect that. Like, don't act as though, oh, yes, I'm doing this music. I'm making music videos. Where are you getting the money from?
Right, because you ain't making it off music.
You're not making it off the music. Like, even the real artists in America are not necessarily making that much money off their music. Let's be clear.
That's
Like,
true.
streaming is not the same as when people used to have to buy CDs.
That's true.
You have to get over 1,000, probably 25, 35 cents for a
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, even Snoop Dogg said it. He had a gazillion streams and still only got a check that was cool to the average person, but to Snoop Dogg, he like, what the hell is this? Like,
But because like, and Reese G is in here, and like people's like, why you defending Reese G? Because
you
I'm
have
judging what.
some of his Gucci cat. That's
Not
why you
only that,
defending him.
no,
I
it's
get
not.
it. It's
No,
fine.
it's not only that. I go back to the storytelling of it was multiple storylines in an episode. This feels like because the other people just ain't got it, you just have to focus on one person. This is boring because this is not the Chasing Ted Lee show. This is supposed to be chasing that. Everybody's got an individual story, but the rest of them, they don't have nothing going on. Nothing
But
of interest.
But here's my thing about this. There's different types of stories. Whereas he could probably give you multiple stories in one episode. Markel is probably trying to give you different stories in different episodes. So it seems like one episode might be focused on Kelly, another episode might be focused on. He tries to individually give them their shine, whereas Reese has the talent to give them their shine, but also tell multiple stories at one time.
Well, yeah,
Right. And let's be clear, I think Reese is an amazing producer. Like, Reese knows I love Reese down. Like, I would totally put my dog in the fight for Reese and march out into the troops with Reese. However, I feel like Reese had a bit more of something to work with. No shade to the new girls of America, you know what I mean? But these new younger gays, honey, they not really hitting like us grown up gays is hitting. Like, let's be clear.
but that's on the part of the casting directors.
No, it's not really, because if you can only cast what comes out.
That's
Honestly, that's true, but it have to be like you said. That is so true. It have to be a well balance. These new people that's on this cast, they unfortunately they just don't have it, and it's so boring. And anytime you have to focus on a scammer and a fraud to be your
Well, maybe
headliner,
he's not a scammer, or maybe he's not a
but
fraud. I don't know.
but
That's not my business.
my thing is he still haven't proven a track record that he's a successful realtor because all of that is public record. What he said in episode 2, well, I didn't take all the classes and it was inactive. That was just stupid. Why would you even get up and just say that? That's just dumb.
Right?
That
Why would you lie? That's what I'm saying. Why
like
would you even
it's
lie? I wouldn't
embarrassing.
even lie.
It's embarrassing. And then the most embarrassing piece of it, and this is gonna be controversial. Your ex, the senior citizen, fuck Astro with Vaseline on his face. They say he got razor bumps around his mouth.
Oh my
He
God.
fucked him.
Wiley, I gotta go. Wiley,
I'm just saying. And then
I'm gonna drop this little bomb. The old man is not ugly in person.
No, he's
But
not
I heard
ugly.
he has a. I heard the ding dong ain't giving all that though. I've heard from a few sources that
Now,
it's just regular.
I'm not gonna deny anything about no ding dong, but I will say he is a very handsome man in person.
No, he was nice looking on the show. Yeah, I mean, let's be clear. Niggas is niggas. Like, niggas is horny, and a hit dog is going to be horny, and if a dick get up, it's going to go down. Like,
But my thing, that was embarrassing. That yet again for Taylor, like you did the relationship. It was the most so embarrassing. He's not walking it as a winner. And then the reason what started this live, Nicole, is because Markel summons the girls at dinner. They all at dinner. They eating.
mm-hmm.
Who did they call? They said Trey Sorrell called Wiley. Well, Trey Sorrell called me. They all at dinner. Your boy Nunu, Markel, and the cast of Chase the Dallas. Said the girls looking for you. Well, keep on looking. Catch me on YouTube talking about y'all while y'all eat that dry chicken. Because I'm not.
Well, here's the thing, Wiley. I don't think that anybody dislikes you. I mean, I've been on this conversation with you, and you're very entertaining. Now, I was privy to some of your commentary last season, and we can't be out here trying to ruin people's lives, Wiley. Now, that's not fun. When you out here,
I haven't ruined nobody's
Wiley.
life.
Now, if we gonna call a thing, baby, you wanted Nicole Ray up here, baby. I'm here now. Let's talk about it. You can't be out here talking about you calling people's jobs and stuff.
I
and doing all that.
If you
Tell,
believe
tell a
again,
lie. Tell a lie on this.
again,
Tell a lie on
I
this
said, oh, I
Instagram.
call anybody again for people to understand my background. When I watch WWE wrestling, I do storylines. Whatever I feel like it's a reaction, you fall for it, it's a reaction.
That's fine.
Obviously,
Having a commentary is one thing, but going to the point, I'm never gonna. Let me tell you something, baby. I could have took Rico head off a couple of months ago. I'm not never calling down to the tavern and trying to fuck up no shit. Took your head off, baby. You know me, you was beefing. Don't do all that, baby. I would never take your head off, but I'm just hypothetically saying, we was beefing. But I would not never get to the point where I'm like, oh yes, let me call his job because I would like to ruin his life. I'm not here to ruin nobody's life, baby. Shooting shit, talking shit, and all that.
And I'm a comedian. It's just a joke for me because again, she didn't make it back into the show. She didn't make it back to the show. She's irrelevant. But now I guess she's a UFC fighter because they say she'd be fighting at night at ballroom. She gets shot. So again, but she's supposed to be a teacher.
I did see the video, so you're not lying.
So
that's what I'm saying. Stuff like that I can deal with.
You a teacher
by
that.
With that, Wiley. That I can deal with. You know what I'm saying? I can respect
pulling off your wig
that.
and boxing and you fighting and stuff. That's you. But they just fired a teacher for having a rap career because they said it's a certain type of profession, like some type of thing in a contract, a Morris clause, that you can't be out there that can disrupt your teacher gig, like the parents or the customers, etc. But that was the point. But she's not on the scene, the season because she's unforgivable. Like she was boring last season. And Markel, he may not be. When we was on the Instagram, we was talking in the DM. On Instagram, like the video, he said, well, we wanted to go with her because she was trans, and one of the parents tried to expose her to being trans. That's what he said. I said, oh, okay, cool. Okay, let me see what it. And then she get up there, nothing about her being a fourth grade teacher. Hello, I'm trying to make it into ballroom. I'm going to do the kiki.
Wait, I have to stop you there because you have to understand that as much as some of us would love to show our day jobs, some of us have jobs to where you cannot bring cameras into the workroom because of the fact that you have to get legal documentation that are okay. So, yes, she made mention of, which is what I do. I make mention of, I sell the tacos and the burgers and the wings, but I can't take you there.
Yeah, on the next show though, Rico, you could walk outside the restaurant though. I need your apron on. I need you walking out the restaurant, getting in the car, honey. I need you to throw them tips on the chair and be like, "Ooh, I worked hard today." You know what I mean? You could set the scene. Just like Miss Kiki could have set the scene, baby. She could have got her little Pierce face and made it seem like it was the teacher's lounge and been talking teacher talk.
But she was on Instagram though. See,
you can't go in the classroom, but we could set the scene. Reese, let the children know, baby. We could set the scene now, honey. Even though, you know what I mean, you ain't lying. You are just painting a picture, so now we can see what you do. But to your defense, Wiley, you said you don't want everybody just on here talking about I'm a celebrity this and I'm a celebrity that. This heifer said I teach third grade. What's up?
But and then but this the thing. But she showed that when she was trying to respond to me, she went live in an empty classroom. Yes, people say I'm not a teacher. I'm in my classroom. But you should have did all that on the show. Bring the drama. I was able to get a reaction, and to Ressie G credit, he said, why was y'all let Wiley trigger y'all to do lives? This is what he want. They was doing all these reactions about me off camera on IG, but then you go on the show, it's a snooze fest.
Well, because everybody doesn't get it, Wiley. Everybody doesn't. First of all, let's just say everybody's not meant for reality television. However, unfortunately, in a 1 hour interview or a 20-minute whatever or a video, you know what I'm saying? Like anybody can fake something, baby. Let me tell you something. You get me in a room and you give me an interview, I'm gonna get whatever job it is. I might not know how to do aerospace, baby, but I'm getting the job because I know how to talk a good game. So when I get there and I don't actually know how to do what I said I know how to do because I just talked a good one, what you gonna do now? You gonna let me go? Or if we already filming something, you can't get rid of me mid-season when filming a show.
That's true. I agree. And so I guess they tried it again this time, and it's a flop again because the girls are just not delivering.
It's not a flop. The season is good so far. Why are you being like this, Wiley? Wiley, if you want a cameo, just say that, baby. What you want? You want me to?
I don't
you want to come film a scene with me, Wiley?
Bring Ressie G back, and then we can talk about a cameo, a full platter of camera time. But no, it's a snooze fest. It's episode 2. it just did not deliver at all. That's just my thoughts, Reese. That's just my thoughts. I'm probably in the minority, but I'm not. I read the comments.
You are
I'm not.
definitely in the
I'm
minority,
not
baby. You are not the
necessarily in the
majority.
minority. And if I am,
But you
that's
know
cool.
what? You know another reason why they can't put a Wiley on the show? Because you need a Nicole Ray, you need a Rico, you need a bad bitch honey to battle you, baby. Like, you're not for the faint at heart. So that's another reason why you can't just throw a Wiley on the show, baby. Because if the girls are not equipped, honey, you are going to eat them alive, and it's not going to be fun.
Well, that's not going to exist in Dallas though, because the girls that do have that energy, they have all called me and told me, they said, Wiley, I'm not working on no show for free. Because I presented Reese with a cast, and when Reese got into it, he said, Wiley, every name that you presented, they said they do not want to work for free.
Wiley, where's the 5,000? I thought you was giving Dallas 5,000 to host the reunion. Where's the
You said
5,000?
we did offer to host, but they're not. They want to get people that don't know the show. They got to read on the cue cards and update them about it. They're not passionate about the show. Even about G status, we knew about G status and who they hired before the show went on an ultimate height. They went up the stairs and never came downstairs. They had these hosts that don't know the show. They didn't know the show. They wasn't passionate about the show. We interviewed all of the cast members, including the one that was the racist. We interviewed her too. So I just think that they're just not ready. They rather will have a host that kiss the butt and be born and dry, playing it safe, but not having that energy
Reese,
that
cast the show.
craves
Cast the show, Reese. Put me and Wiley on there. Me and this nigga going toe to toe. Cast the show. Let's get it going, baby. What's up? I'm just in the whole chase of reality. Markel, like, what's up? It's me versus you, Wiley. What we doing?
Yeah, I think it would be great because I think it would be a passionate show because you know how to do it in front of the camera.
Ain't gonna be no sexual relations, Wiley. I don't want that
I know
monster. I don't want no parts of that.
it won't be that either. I just think that it's just the
Rico
delivering in
will
front of the
come and
camera.
handle my lightweight. Rico will come and handle my lightweight. He can take it for me. I'm not doing that.
And bring Kendra and bring look Kendra. I want her to be on that too. And bring her manager. Definitely bring Wayne DeFang. He definitely got to be on many different things. He needs to be there as well.
Now, why do Wayne need to be there?
Multiple different reasons why Wayne should be there.
Not you want to hump Wayne. Wiley, put that thing away.
I'm not saying hump Wayne. It's just his energy. Because when Kendra was arrested for being a drug dealer and got caught, Wayne called me, and when they didn't want to pay to get a bill, and he called me, and I interviewed him, and they talked about it on Chasing Atlanta. That was
so. It is your testimony, Wiley. It is your testimony on tonight that Wayne is entertaining on TV.
Yeah, he's entertaining. Yeah,
you
he's
have
entertaining.
lost all credibility, Wiley. Wiley, you have lost all credibility, Wiley.
Yeah, Wayne DeFang. I don't care.
Wiley has lost all credibility.
He's entertaining.
We are no longer.
You don't think he's entertaining on TV?
Ever again.
He's entertaining.
Wiley.
I think you don't think he's entertaining. Like I love when he go against people. Like I love that energy. I love that drama. I love when he say Kendra gonna be a star and she's not. She's been struggling forever. But I love that. I love that delusion. I love that delusion. Oh yeah, Kendra a star. She's gonna be that. And girl, it looked like it went to worse. And damn, just get off camera, baby. That ain't your ministry. But it was entertaining because Kendra had that energy. You need that type of manager, that delusion. You know what I'm saying? Both of y'all struggling, bro. Just have that illusion, but y'all still entertaining, so just keep y'all. They were great. When Kendra, in the episode when it was time to eat food, Kendra had to eat because she was really hungry in real life. She was really hungry.
Wiley is no longer casted in these shows. Wiley has lost all credibility. He's no longer allowed to cast the shows. Reese, please take back over the casting because Wiley is fired.
You don't think Wayne DeFang?
Wiley is now just a B cast member.
No, but Wayne is like, he's a good, not like a main character. He's like a good friend of the show.
Can we move on? Subject.
Oh, okay. You want to move on? Hey, CG.
Hello.
Welcome. I think you should come back as like I said. I've been showing you love, and Trace O'Rourke did call me, and of course they dragged you a couple of days ago. So Trace O'Rourke dragged you for spill, said all these flop smear campaign. Now they're doing a smear campaign against me at dinner.
at dinner eating, your boyfriend at dinner checking, talking about wives and you. I'm like, what the fuck? Why y'all ain't talking about us? We think bitches, we can look at Amy and really got into some things.
It happens. It's going to happen. It will forever happen. It just is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know
This
why.
is this is this is what I will say.
Mhm.
Because this is no shade. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you ever so much. Um, any blogger that's supporting Chasing Dallas, anybody that's leaving commentary about Chasing Dallas, I am happy for them. I'm happy for the show. There is like this constant ongoing comparison, whatever the comparison is. I did seasons 1 to 3. Markel is doing 4 to however long. If Markel makes it past season 6, Chasing Dallas will be the longest running reality based series here in Dallas. I was a part of that, and he was a part of that. So that's a
Period.
monumental moment. Are, are there things about the show that I currently don't like as a viewer? Of course. Are there things about the show that I do like as a viewer? Of course. But at the same time, no matter if people bash me or not, I'm never going to bash that man. We do not we are cordial. We don't have a relationship where I know exactly what his day to day is like. So I don't know what's going on with him personally. So I won't comment on who he is as a person nowadays. No matter if allegedly he has done that. I wasn't there to hear it. I wish that man the best. I wish the Chase Reality brand the best. Everybody knows the influence that I left, and everybody knows what I can do if I would when I was with the brand, and what I could do if I ever was back with the brand. Do I think
Come
I
on,
should
Mariah.
do I think I should go back to the brand? No, because I don't think that it will be a cohesive work environment because I can do it, but I don't think others can do it. Simple as that. I would only go back as talent if they ever
That
asked
would be.
me, and if it came about.
I got.
But at the end of the day, let that man do that show. Let that man be great. And if the opinions outweigh whatever his truth is, that's when the problem comes into play. But what his truth is what his truth is, and what he's doing is the very best with the brand currently. What questions do you have? Because I will answer any question that you have right now.
How did it come about the scene that did the
Say it again, Rico. I can't hear you.
I said, how did it come about that you made your cameo on this season?
Markel reached out to me via Instagram. He said, "Hey, can you talk?" I said, "Sure." Then he called me and we had a conversation. He wanted me to come and do a scene. I said, "Does Ondario know about me coming and doing a scene?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Are you sure?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Okay, I'm not coming on this man brand and he don't know that I'm gonna be a part of a scene. I ain't got time for that." He said, "No, he knows." I said, "Okay." I said, "What do you want me to give?" He said, "Well, just come in and be yourself." I said, "Okay." I went, I did the scene. The scene was what it was, and that's it. He wanted me to come back and do another scene. I had a board meeting. I could not make that scene. So, that's was what it was. If Markel wants me to come back and support a show that he is currently producing, currently funding, a show that I created with Ontario, that I funded for 3 years, that made great strides for Dallas, I will always be in favor of coming back and doing the show. Because that's everybody knows what I give.
Well, they brought a couple of other dead bodies back.
Yes, they
So,
did.
so I that was
So.
Yeah, and also too, because like Trace O'Rourke did say, well, apparently someone said that the new cast member is, I'm saying his name right, is it JC,
Hmm.
the celebrity photographer that got his own event space? He's the first African American gay man with the largest event space in Dallas. They're saying that you said that he was broke, that he couldn't afford to get Kanye to come, that he tried to have your company, your organization to fund, that he's broke, he's a scammer, he don't have the money, that and all of that. And then Trace O'Rourke went to his establishment today and he said that's a lie. He really got coin. He's rich. Like he got coin.
So
So
I never said that that man was broke.
okay.
What I said was is that when he came on to Chasing Dallas and say he had only been in Dallas a year, that was not true because he I was asked. I did say to him there was a situation where JC had been going around, and I'm going to say allegedly because I was not there, but it was told to me from a very reliable source that he had been saying really negative things about me because the company that I used to work for, that I've since left, one could not sponsor his event to bring talent. The talent was Kaya to the city of Dallas for his mansion party, and that because I was working with his ex, can't mince words, that I was working with his ex, that he didn't like the fact that I was working with his ex. So he started to go around and say negative things about me. Listen, I only met that man one time. I talked to him over the phone 3 times. And then I declined from doing an event, a booking in New Orleans for the Red Dress Run because he was all of a sudden a part of it. I declined from doing it. I gave the promoter back their deposit because I don't want to be around the drama.
I don't want
I'm in
y'all to
my
not like each other. That's
soccer
not
era.
friend. Y'all gotta like each other, Reese. Let me sit the girls down. We're gonna go have an ice cream social.
Listen, I never said that I did not like that man. All I said was I did not like what I heard. So if it's true that he don't like me, so be it. I
Oh, I
wish
don't
him
know. He
well.
never said that to me, child. I don't know. But
You
I'm gonna
know.
sit the girls down. Everybody needs to go for an ice cream social, and we're gonna all have vanilla ice cream with sprinkles on top, and it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, I make sure you add some nuts on mine.
One
I need
thing
some
about
nuts.
Reese G, one thing about Reese G is and has always been when it come down to the drama, I don't go to it. I stay away from it. There was a ball just this just last week that was at his venue. I chose not to go because I did not want to be potentially in a space around people that are going to be negative. I'm in a whole different realm now, so I have to move very, very strategically as far as my image is concerned. Do I
Oh,
care that these people, Markel, JC, there's others that are saying things about me? If I didn't see it, if I didn't hear it, it's always going to be alleged, and I'm going to just lock it away in my head.
yeah, because I feel like at this point, people probably just want division, and unfortunately, like people know. I mean, granted, I mean everything is not always roses and sunshine. However, I be talking to the girls all the time, honey, and I don't ever hear no bashing going on, honey. I ain't got no dog in this fight, but I do know, honey, that the gays are messy and they love division. So it's easy to take two people that could potentially have an issue and throw a little bit of salt in the situation to make it more than what I mean. Like if two people don't like each other at the moment, it's easy to be like, oh well, so and so says such and so, and people will tend to believe it because it's like, well, we're not really liking each other right now, and we just ain't got no more time for that, honey. Okay, we all just need to go to church. That's it.
Listen, the people of my past, if some of them have stuck around, then they're around. If they're
We
not
just all
around, they're
need to
just
go to
not around.
church.
I'm just like, when it comes down to the things that have been said, people are going to talk. People saying that I'm not the girl in the city, I don't have the connections, I can't do this and I can't do that. But yet and still, I have not been in front of a camera on a show in 2.5 years. But The girl was still talked about, right?
Yeah, because that's when Markel, of course, according to Trace Sorrell TV, he said, "You're not that girl. You're irrelevant. You don't go
Shut
out the
the
way he
hell,
go out."
Wiley. Say something else. Say one more thing.
But that's what he said that
We don't want
Markel
to hear
said
nothing. We do not want to
at the
hear nothing
club.
that this
But this
individual said.
and
We do
then
not want to hear
again
anything.
today, Nicole.
Those are the most uncredible
But
sources.
no, but no, but today I could just tell when Trey got on the phone, on the Instagram video, who was at the table? Markel, Ted Lee, your boy Nunu. They was all at the table looking for me.
Shut
So
up.
my thing is
You
this:
should have pulled up.
you know why? Why would I pull up with
You
people
should,
that
because
want
you want to be in the
a
mix
moment?
so
I
bad.
pull
Pull
up,
up.
bring the
You
cameras.
want to be. Markel, keep the cameras with him. You want to be in the mix so bad.
Bring
Pull
the cameras.
up.
Give me a notice because I'm an adult with real life. I don't just pull up to stuff. I have responsibility. I'm mature. Give me a
You was
timeline
sitting
that
at
I
home.
pull up. But I'm not
You
just
was
going to
sitting
pull up
at
to
home watching Golden Girls while he simmered
But
down.
Nicole,
You was at home
I'm
watching
not
Golden
going to pull
Girls.
up to a
Calm
random thing
down.
because number one, what comes first for me is my show, entertaining the barbs, like we did today. Iconic got 190,000 views on X.
Shout
Congratulations
out
to
to the
Bruce.
girls. Okay.
So
Next
so
time.
I was doing that first, and then I get a phone call from Trace Sorrell TV, and then I see he panned the camera, all of them at the table, and
Honey,
I said, oh
let me
okay,
get my
oh
production team on
congrats,
the line. Let me set the
that's
scene
dope.
up.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
set
dope.
up the
But no, I
scene
didn't
for you,
rush to come.
Wiley.
I don't know who to believe.
But I
I don't know who
saw
to
that for
believe.
myself. I
That
don't know
they
if
When
Jeff,
it when
called you.
it
Okay,
comes
they
down,
called you.
Jeff there,
They
but I
called
know
you,
for a
Wiley.
fact they saw
You're
Robert.
entertaining if you're not
me,
on your BS. I told you that 20 minutes ago. So
you
they probably did call
and
you and say,
Trey,
pull up.
me and Trey So Raw had a conversation just the other day. He told me some things that were said allegedly by Markel.
Mm,
Do I believe them?
Now, there's no world where Markel was talking to him, so I know that's a
No.
lie.
that's the truth.
They went and ate and
They
more
went
than hung
on
out or
the
whatever.
outside.
But
Oh, honey. Oh, this is ghetto. Oh, this is ghetto, honey.
it's
Oh,
something. So I
it's
mean, my
ghetto,
thing is
honey.
this:
Oh,
I,
the last time. Let me just say this.
go ahead.
Let's get this on the
this
record.
why I be on my couch.
The last time I saw Markel, we hugged, we greeted, and parted ways. Most recently, he sent me a text. He asked something of me. I responded honestly, and that was that.
Shout out
If
to the girls.
if he was talking negatively about me with Trey Sora, that's something he got to take up with God, because I ain't got nothing to do with that. If Trey Sora was lying about it, I gave him my opinion in a hypothetical, and that was it. I don't put nothing past nobody. I don't know what to believe because I no longer have the relationship I once did with Markel. So if he is saying some things, I I hate it for him, because time can be spent in other places than mentioning me and stating things he, that shouldn't have much relevance to what he got going
Yeah.
on.
Because my thing is, why y'all still talking about if it is true? And I believe it's true because Trey Sorrell TV and T Spoilers are my friend and my brother. I
And
know.
they're liars. Next topic. And they're
But
liars.
because when they came
Bold-faced
outside, I'm
liars.
telling
And tell them
Nicole,
I
I'm
said
telling you,
it so they can talk
call
about me
Markel.
tomorrow.
You can call Markel. Ask him was he
Tell
at
him I
dinner
said it.
and he voted Wiley to
I'm not
pull up.
disputing that he was at dinner, but I'm telling you that they're liars. And I
Okay.
know that to be factual
But
that
why,
they're liars.
Nicole? Why you saying it about them? Like, what's that to see with them? Because y'all all. What? I don't understand. Like your problem with them.
Go look at their page and you'll know my
Oh, okay,
problem with
okay.
them.
Because I know they say something
Baby,
about
I
you
am
and
the light of their life and I don't even know
okay,
them.
okay. Yeah, but and this aspect, Nicole, because I can't tell you about your situation with them, but I can just tell you that in this particular case with the Ressie G and myself and what Trace Omar was saying about what Markel's doing, and he took him to the club, and Markel and one of the guys from Millennials of Dallas, one of the shows that Markel had before he got the Chasing Dallas gig. And it starts with an F. He dark skinned. They say he was drunk. They say he tried to pull down Trace Sorrell TV pants. He was drunk. He was crying in the club, sleeping in the club because Markel won't put him on Jason Dallas. Oh my God, that was so funny. But
They said that Markel is a superstar. He's a super producer. He get people kicked out of the club. He was saying that he can get Wiley kicked out of the club. First of all, you got to get me inside the club to kick me out. I don't go to those type of establishments. You go catch me at Uber Eats, McDonald's, Burger King, the Asian buffet. That's where you go catch me.
All the food places.
Yeah, all the food places, man. I love to eat. Or at the gym because I'm on this weight loss journey.
Now, how
But
you have all the food places?
Let me ask a question,
Yeah.
Wiley.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
When was, because I mean, you know, I talk to all the bloggers. Me and you have talked privately, have
Yeah.
had honest conversations.
That's true.
Trace so raw. I like to have these off the record conversations just for y'all opinions, right? On the record, have I ever
gotta call y'all
bashed
dad.
Markel to you?
No.
Okay.
Never.
I'll be back.
So,
Okay. I
okay,
did
come
the
back.
bashing.
So, and then, so on top of that, have you ever had a conversation with Markel
Have I
about,
ever had a conversation with Markel? Not in this particular season. Last season, yes.
okay, what do you think is stopping you from having a conversation now with him?
I think what is stopping is because I'm not gonna kiss his butt. I think the chase and reality, this era that they're in, they do well with people that kiss their butt. I'm just not one of them type of people. I'm just not going to just kiss, but I have to be able to give my opinion. I am a free thinker. This is why I love having the freedom doing my show.
Mm-hmm.
I just cannot just sit and pretend, be so fake. I have to be me.
Right.
If I can't be
I
me,
get that.
there is no me.
But I mean, just being honest. I mean, what you want is more than likely never gonna happen.
Well,
Me
that's
going
true.
back to the brand is probably never gonna happen.
That's fine.
Not. I mean, I didn't freely leave the brand. I mean, it just is what it is. If I'm invited, I'm always gonna speak positively about the brand. And I even nowadays, and since I left, I always talk up the brand, never bashed it, and I always make it known the facts of what I did. Right? Me going back just ain't gonna do it. But I think that at times with the posts that people are making and comparing me and him may cause him to be irritated, and then it in turn makes him possibly do like negative things or say negative things. So I think that that's probably where it comes from. So I think maybe y'all should just,
Well,
have a
the
conversation.
reason why I will compare, I'm sorry, this is it needed because your storyteller was so much better. Like it was multiple storylines. I love the fact I love her. Is it Barbie
Mm,
Bankrolls? When that whole thing happened with Malaysia Booker and the way how you told her to handle that scene, that was a real scene, and you did that to protect her.
thank you.
Uh, and the way how you told it was very iconic. It was a very emotional scene. Even the other girl, I forgot her name, the one with the big booty, and y'all was in dinner or y'all was at a place, and you said you told Wiley, you was sending Wiley stuff, and y'all got into it.
Hmm.
And on the record, I don't ever shared this, I don't think to you. He didn't send me a damn thing. He didn't send me a damn thing. He wasn't the one that was sending me information. Nobody sent me information from that. I just had a thought in my head, and I just assumed that I had a source. And so, but it was so
Well, you
freaking
were spot
entertaining
on.
on camera between that exchange between you and him.
Yeah. I mean, it was. I mean, there were a lot of things that happened where when the drama came, it wasn't much work for it to come about because these were like real situations. All of us hung out with each other, all of us confided in each other, all of us kept secrets from each other. So, I mean, it's definitely a different climate when it comes down to what I was doing when I was producing and what Markel is doing. There's no right or wrong way to produce the show. Some people will like it, some people don't.
That's
Some
true.
people are team Ressie, some people are team Markel. I'm team success for the brand that I put a ton of sweat equity in, period. I want to see it do well, always. So, because I don't care about the numbers. I've never cared about the numbers. I've never cared about
That's true.
all of that. I just have always stuck true to catering to the community and making a space. The space that has been made in Dallas is Chasing Dallas. It's in season 5. If it goes to season 6, that show would have been on longer than Real Housewives of Dallas. Period. And that's a monumental moment that can be celebrated. Hell, I'll throw the party to celebrate it with Markel. But all I have to say is like when it comes down to that, I'm in a whole nother space. I'm gonna always be honest about my opinion, and I'm always gonna be factual about what my influence has been and what it will continue to be. But let that man live.
I,
Let that man do what he wants to
but
do.
my thing is, he's breathing. Nobody took life from him. But what I'm going to do, Reese, I'm going to do my job. And my job is whatever I see in front of the camera, I
Hmm.
bring it and I talk about it on my show. Because you got to understand, the audience that I'm speaking to is mostly black women. It's not
Hmm.
a predominantly gay artist. I'm doing this out of a favor of a promise
Hmm.
I made when I did my show on Blog Talk Radio that I will always, wherever how I go on the Wiley Show, I will always talk about gay topics. So I
Hmm.
kept that promise. So I talked about, I said, what's going on, gay, especially like independent gay artists. So let's talk about Chasing Dallas. So I talk about it. The reason why I kind of like don't do it as often is because a lot of those girls, they cannot handle criticism. They can't.
That's true.
They,
That's true. And I will say this. I will say this. One of the main reasons why the climate is different from the cast that I was over and the cast that others are over. Not saying Markel in general, but I put them through, I sat them down and told them what to prepare for. Some people don't want to do that. You know, I gave them a little slight media training. I made them do interviews so that they can get ready for something bigger because the brand was growing and it is continuing to grow. So the expectation, for I don't think a lot of people go into this situation wanting what comes with the glory. Because everybody know I was the one that was always talked about in a negative light. On top of I'm funding it, on top of I'm on the show, on top of this is my close friend that I'm doing this with, and there was a lot that went into all of that, and so I think that the expectation should be a little bit more laxed when it comes down to the people that come into the limelight. Some people aren't ready. Some people just want to be popping. And
that's
in a big small town like Dallas, because it's a very big small town, when you have a machine that's working like Chasing Dallas, it's going to continue to give you the clout, but you have to know how to use it. And unfortunately, there are not many people that know how to. All of those people on the show currently, the current cast can be stars if they wanted to. They just have to have somebody that's going to push them to being that, and they have to want to be that. And I can always help them for a fee, but you
Yeah, because
know,
they don't have it, and you're so right. They don't have it because they don't even hardly do interviews. I'm like, baby, back in the day, the cast will come on. Like you, if you're an artist and you're trying to sell music, shouldn't you want to go on the Wiley Show that have a track record of buying people music? I don't just stream it; I buy their music, and I tell my audience to buy it as well. You want to go there to have that proven track record, and then also when it comes to like Markel, for me, it's like you throw shade, you be messy off camera as a producer, but then you want to throw a rock and then hide your hand when you call Trace Hall. You told Trace Hall to call me while you was at dinner. That's messy. But if you
let
want
me
that
let me
type of
play
mess,
let me
then
play
bring
devil's
that on
advocate.
camera and we could just duke it out. But he
Let
does
me
that
play
sneaky stuff
Let
that
me
I ain't
play
with.
let me play devil's advocate. Let me play devil's advocate. I'm not defending him, but I'm just gonna create a hypothetical, right? Let's just say that Markel is the type of person that doesn't like confrontation, right? Let's just say he's
Right.
the person that doesn't like
Okay.
confrontation. And let's just say that
You should
he goes
do it live. I'm on
he
live.
goes and he has dinner with people that don't like cheesecake, right?
Okay.
He's gonna go along. He could possibly go along with the people that don't like cheesecake. Then the next night he goes and has dinner with people that love cheesecake, and he can go along with the people that love cheesecake. It's not necessarily a character flaw that he is going along to get along. It's just sometimes it does go a little bit too far.
He
You
weak.
know what I'm saying?
I love that analogy. That ain't no leader. That's a follower.
Well,
So
it's gonna be
what?
that as a man.
So what's going on, Wiley and Reese? What's the tea? What's
Well,
the
this has
gag,
started.
child?
I was triggered, not in a good way, because I'm enjoying my success. And you had called me. I was like, "Oh, Trey called me." I'm like, and then
Yeah,
when you
the
pick,
girls told me to call you. We was at dinner with Markel and Robert and
all the
Teddy and
girls, who is these girls, so the audience can know?
Markel, which is the Chasing Dallas producer currently. A lot of people in Dallas know Markel. I have to give her that. Ted Lee, y'all know the people on Chasing, but we was out with them, so they decided, because you kept on tagging them all day, they was like, call Wally and ex Wally. Why did he get beat up and drugged in some apartments that you used to live in? And so they wanted me to ask you, and that's what Markel was saying, that you got beat up real, real bad in some apartments in Dallas.
I never heard it. I ain't never heard seen. They were like, they said go on YouTube and put Wiley got beat
Beat
up.
up, right, on YouTube, and you can see Wiley getting drugged from here to there. And so they told me to call you an ex, and they want to say hey as well.
Oh,
So,
I'm glad you put that up. I want
and
the
they say
folks
you
where
never be in the streets, Wiley, but you be online talking
right. I
all
never
day
been in
long
the
about
street,
them.
and which was it's a whole lie because I be outside, and obviously I was outside of the apartment complex getting dragged. Correct, or was that inside or was it outside?
They say outside the apartment
Oh, did
shop.
y'all say okay?
Wiley said
Okay,
the boy.
outside.
Wiley
Yeah,
said
it's
the boy came
outside
and
in
knocked on your
jail.
door, and when you open it, that's when
He
he
hit
dragged
you
you
hit
out.
he hit you in your mouth so
Oh
hard
yeah,
that you
but
knocked
it's
out.
on
Said not y'all.
YouTube. But the video is on YouTube. But I'm glad y'all brought it up. So my producers out there in the world, for a non-cast member, we're getting the most publicity. Why? For a non-cast member. The thing about Markel, that would only work if we didn't talk about this on YouTube over and over and over again. I'm going to talk about it again on YouTube. And
Reese, hold on, Reese. And Markel was like, "What's the problem with you? Why you keep talking about him?" He said he don't have no problem with you. What's the smoke?
What did I say?
He just said you just keep on mentioning his name, and now that you're saying that he's not this person in Dallas, and he's basically a cheap bitch because he just served the girls hookahs and wine and plastic cups and all this and the third, and he's just like he don't understand where all this is coming from, Reese.
Hmm.
So do you
So
want to
those,
clear
so
it
those,
up? Do you
so
want
I,
to?
I can,
What's going on, Reese?
I'll definitely acknowledge that because those are the comments that I made to you when he said to you allegedly, and the only reason I'm saying allegedly is because I wasn't there,
Right.
right? When you and I had a conversation, you told me that he was saying some negative things about me, bashing me, saying that I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not this,
You
I'm
don't have
not that, all
connections
that.
in Dallas.
Right.
Hmm.
So what I said to you was, okay, y'all were on premise, right? And you said yes. I said, okay. I don't go to on premise. So of course, if that's a space where the girls are rising in, I don't go to those types of places. Those places have hookah and plastic cups.
I don't go
When
there
I
either.
go out,
Oh yeah.
when I go out nowadays, it's different. The only reason, and let's be clear, y'all already know how Reese G moves. I only respond to things that have been initiated. Like I told you, Trey, and
Uh-huh.
like I say again on this live.
Hmm.
Last time I saw Markel,
Hmm.
we hugged, we departed.
Right.
We're fine. I've heard on multiple occasions before you
Hmm.
that he's been saying negative things about me.
Wow.
I haven't addressed him with it. I haven't. I mean, I've of course responded to it, and of course it's a little shade in there because it is something shady. But that doesn't mean that I should. That's something that I need to bring up to him and say,
Right.
"You said this," and pop, 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 pop. I'm real grown. I ain't got to do all that.
That's a fact.
Now, if I'm in his presence and he says something like that to me, then of course I can address him to his
That's
face.
true.
Because if I was to call him tomorrow and say, Trace Ross said this, right?
Mhm.
He can either say, yeah, I said it, and then I can say, well, why'd you say it?
Oh, you're
Or
not-
he can say, no, I didn't say it. Or he can deny it. So whatever he tells me, I have to believe. Same
Facts.
thing with you. Whatever you told me, I have to believe, right? Just
Facts.
because I believe it doesn't mean that I'm gonna have to retaliate to it.
Right.
When
And
it
I
comes down
just
to
want
it,
to, and
and
I
the
just want
only
to,
reason
Go ahead.
And I want to just say this: the only reason why I'm closer to believing what you said, and not,
I heard it
uh,
before.
and not believing it is because I've heard it several times before when he and I have been quote unquote cordial. You know what I'm saying? I don't go around bashing him. Somebody asked me, "What do you think about the show?" I said, I think it's similar to Chasing Atlanta. I love what's going on. It's different from what I did. I've always said that publicly, and I've always said that privately. I think the show is very on par with what Chasing Atlanta had done. It's nothing like season one, two, and three. It's totally different. He has a different vision. He has a different producing style. He whatever it may be, it is what it is, right? But what I won't do is bash him particularly. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not bashing him as a person. I'm just answering a question, and I'm only going because I don't know how he does things. When I went to production that day, and filmed that scene, I was treated well. I was welcomed in. I was sat in a room for me to come on into the scene. He was nice. We exchanged a couple of words, and that was it. I mean, it was fine. I did my thing. I left. When I left, me and the veterans that was in the scene, we went to Razoo's and we ate together. I invited Markel to come with us to go and eat at Razoo's afterwards. He couldn't do it because he said he had something else to do. So when I hear these things, unfortunately, it's expected now because I don't know who's Team Reese and who's not Team Reese, but I know I'm Team Reese, and I'm going to always be Team Reese.
Well,
So
shout out to you, Reese. Shout out to you. And I also want to say is JC, he proved today that he really is that girl as well. That he really does have a lot going on. And we saw it in the flesh. And it was just amazing to see this black man have this much going on. Not only does he talked about it, he actually was able to show us and he gave us a good experience. That's what I'm going to say. And yeah, so I did want to clear that up as well because I know you said he was kind of, broke and a fraud, but I actually
So
experienced him and he
I didn't say that he was broke, and I didn't say that he was fraud. What I said was is that he asked me for funding for an event that he had going on. That's what I said.
But
Because he could not fund his
Reese,
event to bring Kaya to his
Oh my
event.
but
God.
Reese, he did say
And
like
then
why he said Reese. He said why would he ask you? Because he said at that time you had no pull on the organization to do anything. He said so he never would ask you anything.
oh, well that's the
he
new
said it
one.
was a board.
So that's
It was like a board.
It was a board.
It was a board of I guess 5 of y'all, 10, however many of y'all it was, and you were just one of the many on the
Yeah, he
board.
said you were a
So
lower
you couldn't
level.
that's
You were
just
not
a lower
true.
like
level. You couldn't do that.
pull
That's not
the
true.
like you couldn't just make the final call. Like
That
you want the girls to be
that's
like,
not
yeah, give him
true.
the money.
That's not true.
Oh,
So granted, so to elaborate, if you will. So currently, I am the chairman of a board
We told him
where
that.
I can fund things without having to go through any channels to say, yes, I want to do this. I can make a decision. At the time, I worked for a nonprofit and I was an outreach worker. I put him in connection. I met him at a field day event where was he filming? No, Wooderden was filming the crew. I met him at a charity event. I was introduced to him by a mutual then friend. We had a small conversation. That was it. He said that he had an event coming up during I want to say it was Juneteenth weekend, if I'm not mistaken. I told my manager, I was like, hey, I just met this dude. He got an event coming up. I think that we should consider having a conversation and funding his event. She was like, okay, cool. Let's have a conversation. What did I do? I set up a phone call for him to have with myself and my manager, right? When we got off that conversation, my manager said, so what do you think? I said, I mean, yeah, even though I didn't know him, let's be clear, I didn't know him
okay.
from
And
Adam's
then
House Cake.
they kept on saying too, Reese, if you had all these connections, like everybody else invited us to all these places, where was your connections at this week?
They was like, did Reese invite y'all anywhere?
That was
We
the
was like,
question that everybody kept asking. Like,
he
did
said
Reese invite you
something.
to these grand places? And we was like, not yet. We was waiting, but as of yet, no. he didn't invite us to any grand places yet.
And
So
most, and I'm
so
But
gonna
let
hold
me
say,
on,
so
but
let me
Riley, I want to
so
know too. How do you feel about Markel saying that the reason you're so bitter and mad because you want to be on Chasing and the story that you came up with? I guess when you asked why you want to be on the show, and you said that you will bring a different flair because of your eye and your
and it's not
mama.
only that. No, that's not true.
Okay.
It was a whole lot of things.
I
But I will
never
say,
I this is my first time
right,
hearing that, but
right, yeah,
Yeah, I
it's.
so
But
I was like, because
but I
Wiley
will say
cockeyed,
this.
and he wanted
But
that
I
he
will
should be on
say
the
this
show.
because they keep. Because 1 second, I want to say this because they keep talking about poor. None of these people that these places they own those clubs. 99 to 100% of them clubs they went to are owned by white people. Okay? And none of them Negroes that was at that dinner table was white. They were all black. None
so
of them owned those establishments.
so let me
So
so
for
And,
let
and
me
one
Markel,
thing I can
for
say too.
Markel, let me say this for the record. Only reason why we sent an audition is
Uh,
because of Trey Howard asked me to do it.
uh,
And that's why we said that. We knew we wasn't going to get it because we know those girls. But I don't need to be on the show. I'm being discussed today. I don't need to be on
wow,
the show. I get more
so
in engagements off the show than them girls that's on the show.
wow.
so
That's a
listen.
that
So I don't
you can talk
know.
about me all day because I have a show to talk to that I'm getting paid. I don't sign a contract to
But
work
Wally,
for free.
did you say in your thing though, for
No,
real,
I didn't
that you want
say
to be
nothing
on the
about no.
show because you was
You know that. No,
cross-eyed?
that's all cap. That's all cap.
Mm.
I'm not gonna
He
get
did
into that
say that.
because you
He said
already
that.
know
Yeah,
the
he
story. You can
said.
Google a news story every day. That's what I'm talking about. See, Markel does, and see, this is another thing about Markel. You're allowing other people to be your mouthpiece. I'm still on you because once they go back to Atlanta, we still gonna be talking about Markel. You can't do everybody be your mouthpiece.
Wiley.
So
Taylor was like, I would never get with nobody who tears up libraries and stuff.
Oh yeah, he said
He
he
was
never
like,
met you,
he
Oh
never
Wally.
met
yeah,
you. Why would I get with somebody
I would
who
never.
tears up and all
But
that stuff
yeah,
like that?
this is the same person that dealt with a person that screwed somebody with razor bumps and Vaseline, and
Oh yeah,
he
we talked
screwed
about that
that
too.
person.
Yeah.
And then this the same person that showed up of not having a real estate license.
listen.
You are in a right to talk about somebody's mental health when you can't even have your own real shade, your own real hair. You have to spray it on your face. And you want to talk about somebody's mental health? Again, just because somebody tear up a library does not stop you from getting fucked in your asshole. Stop playing with me, girl. Okay? And say that on camera so we can have dialogue. Don't let nobody be your mouthpiece, Telly. I thought you was the superstar. Nene Leakes would never, child. Nene Leakes stand on business. Kaya say it out of her mouth. Kaya don't use Miss Mary to say what she got to say. Kaya gonna say it.
So let me finish. So let me go ahead and address what was said because y'all
Okay, go
know I
ahead.
ain't got no problem. To finish out the JC thing, when I brought it to them, I said, "Hey, yeah, I think that we're gonna go ahead and do and fund it." What he asked for was too much money for not a ROI. ROI means return on investment. Because of how public health companies work, especially the
Yeah,
one
he
I used
told
to work
us that.
for, if there is not a return on investment, then it's not a good investment move. Those are the rooms that I sit in.
Right. Yeah.
So when
He did.
so
He
when I
did tell us that y'all. He went over budget. Kai was $15,000, and so on and so forth.
right.
Yeah, he
So
told us all that.
after that, what then I heard started to happen was JC started to speak negatively about me because I was working with someone he used to date, and he said that he felt some they said that he felt some type of way that he didn't get the funding from the company that I used to work for. After that, I took it upon myself to miss out on money for the red dress run. Y'all can go and look on my social media or whatnot. He all of a sudden was booked by the same promoter to go to New Orleans for the red dress run. The same promoter was doing a party. I told the promoter, I said, listen, I'm not gonna be able to do this party. He said, why? I said, I see that you have some other people apart. I don't want any drama. So I'm gonna go ahead and just decline. I'll send you back your deposit that you sent me. He said, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yeah." He was like, "Well, can we do some work in the future?" I said, "Of course." I said, "But I'm not gonna come down to New Orleans and be around somebody that I don't know who or how they're going to be with me." And so I declined that. I have not seen that man since in person since that field day. When it comes down to the places that y'all meet, inviting y'all out to places and all this stuff. So Saturday I was filming. Sunday I was filming. Monday I was filming that night. Tuesday today I just got done filming at 9 o'clock. I work. I still have a 9 to 5. I still have a project that I'm running. I have a nonprofit. I had a board. I had my work schedule. I work from 8 today to 5 o'clock today. I had a break to go to the gym because I'm on this little health kick. I went into a board meeting for my board at 7:30. And then after that, I went into another meeting at 9 o'clock. And now I'm sitting here laying in my bed hearing about my name being brought up. When would I have had time to say, "Hey, Trey, hey, Spiller, let's go out and have a cocktail"? Quiet as it's kept, and they really kept too quiet. Spiller and Trey finna go back to Atlanta this week. They ain't not paying none of my bills. So if precedence of hanging out versus me getting to this money, because I have a very big event coming up in September, and since I don't have any connects, wait till y'all see what I got coming up in September, and some of your favorite faces are going to be paid by me. If we really want to talk.
Well, I get what you're saying. You're right.
Then hold
Don't miss the
on now.
money.
Wait, hold on. Let me finish because it was a couple of things that came out. Then when it talks about me being bitter, I am not bitter that I'm no longer chasing reality. I'm not bitter that I'm no longer with that brand. The reason I'm no longer with that brand is because me and someone I was very close with had a misunderstanding. If we never had a misunderstanding, I would still be there. But for the potential of us mending fences in the future, it may be best that we're not working together. The proof is in the pudding. I have never asked to come back to the Chasing Reality brand to date. I have been asked by Markel one time to come and do a scene. He asked me to come and do another scene. I've said publicly, if I'm asked to come back, I would go back, but I have never asked to go. So I'm not bitter. What I did not like is the smear campaign, or what I felt was a smear campaign that happened when everything went down. He was a part of it. At the time, Andaria made some comments, and they had smeared me so badly that it put me in a very bad place. And then when the show came out, what I expected to be way better than whatever I had produced, the expectation was not met. So I'm not bitter.
Yikes.
What I am is moved on.
So Wiley didn't lie. They didn't meet the expectation. I echo that point. And that's why we've been tagging them. They did have your boy Nuno sitting at the table as well. That I've been knowing
Who
for
is Nunu Child?
your boy Nuno. He was at that dinner table.
He another person that's doing shows in Dallas as well. He wanted me to be a part of his show, but unfortunately, I had to decline that. But he's a cool person.
Nuno is a very cool person.
Cool.
He's
cool. He's down to earth. But yeah, it was a lot of business going on as well. But yeah, stay tuned as well. But yeah, and speaking of grand events, we'll be back for JC Grand Celebrity Star Study Penthouse event.
Because I think that's in June.
Yeah.
And see, I have an event coming. I will be in Las Vegas for my meet and greet. So my thing is,
so since y'all coming back for JC's event, do you think you can come back for my event in September?
Yes, we can.
Yeah,
fantastic. So I have an event coming up. I have an initiative coming up in May. I have an event that I'm actually sponsoring this weekend that I was actually going to invite you guys to, and there's also a benefit Thursday.
Yeah, because you did tell us on the 13th.
Yeah, I told Markel, and Ressie said he'd be in the spots for all the people. Markel said, "Who want to be out turning up in a suit?" And all that. I was like,
I can answer that question. Would you like me to answer that question?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Congressman Colin Allred, Representative Jasmine Crockett,
The people with
those
money,
people, those
influence,
people that
and
are
power.
trying to fund my shows, those people that are actually trying to take my show. I'm going to DC in May to have conversations. So just because you don't see me at an on-premise, you don't see me at Dallas, you don't see me at Southern Daiquiri Factory,
Bitch.
does not mean that I'm still not having the conversation.
Girl.
I just talked to the promoters of On Premise because I'm trying to put money in their pockets. I just talked to Jimmy, who owns Southern Classic Daiquiri, not too long ago.
But honestly, Reese, I think you and JC should be friends. I mean, honestly,
Look,
you that girl, he that
with
girl, y'all should
JC,
link up.
I mean, if we run into each other, of course, I'm always a girl that's going to keep that same energy, but I'm always going to be poised, and I'm always going
I
to say, "Hey,
think
come
y'all
here
like.
for let's have a conversation." But I don't even have his personal phone. I don't even have his phone number in my phone.
Yeah,
So
I
that's
have his
how it
personal
wasn't even,
number.
you know.
That's my good sister now. Wiley, he also want to work with you to do you a makeover. How would you feel about doing that?
No,
I'm in.
let me say this. The answer would be to no until he disassociate from chasing Dallas. I don't want
He
anything.
he finna start. I can't. It's a lot of stuff and talks. I'll be talking on Patreon about it, but it's a lot.
No,
But it
thank
would
you.
not be. It would not be associated with that. But
No,
yeah,
thank you.
he did want to help you out,
I
Wiley.
don't need his help.
Um, he
I
wanted to give you a
tell him no, thank you.
makeover
I
and
don't
all
need
of
his
that.
help. No, thank you. No, thank you. The
But
reason
Reese, you
why,
and JC, I don't think he was in no beef with that for real though. He cool. I don't think he really had no real issue with you. Y'all just never probably like cross paths real and talk.
Right.
I
I
don't
don't think
think
it's no
to be
issue.
honest with y'all,
Yeah.
to be 100 with y'all, because y'all know I'm gonna be that girl. I don't think that there's a real issue with any of these people,
I don't
especially
think,
It's
yeah,
not. It's
if
I
I
not
don't think
walk
you and
Reese.
up
Marquez really have an
if
issue.
I
I think
walk
y'all just
up
can talk
if
because
I
it'd be a
walk
lot
up
of other
to
people in between the stuff with y'all.
if I walk up to any person that I've heard, which I have, y'all know I don't mind. If I walk up to anybody and say, "Hey, do we have a problem? What's going on? Like, do we have beef? Like, what is it? What is this giving?" Over the phone and over social media is one thing, but in person it's totally different because I'm not gonna give you rah rah. Why? Because I'm a person that is mindful of who I'm around and what it's gonna look like if I was twirling with you in a club. I'm not gonna twirl with you in a club. I'm a public servant. I'm trying to make change in a city that I'm not from, but been here for 7 years, and I have made clearly immense strides that most could not.
yeah,
You
you know
understand what I'm saying?
a lot of people here in the city. My thing is
No, I
this,
don't remember. I don't know
but
nobody.
no, that's not true. I just think for them, and this is Mark because he's small minded. He wants people to go where he patronize. I was at a lesbian club. I go to a restaurant. I don't care about hooking or sucking on something. What I want to suck on, it has to grow and it's on a fleshly body. I don't need to be sucking on a cancer stick, okay? And then I have, that's not me.
But
I
why,
have to.
Wiley? I don't think they really had no issue with you. The issue is with you is that they say you talk shit and they'll never see you.
Of course.
If they saw you, I don't think that there
They'll.
would be
I
that
feel like they'll put you on chasing,
it
Wiley,
would be no problem. They just
I,
say you talk shit about them real bad
and they
and
never
tag them
see
and stuff
you.
and they never see
that's
you.
not true.
Right.
So,
I saw Robert out. I saw. So,
Have y'all spoke before?
yeah, we have so me and Robert we met and Telly I seen him.
What?
So my thing
Telly
is,
said. Okay, so like you just saw Telly, he didn't see you.
yeah, Telly,
yeah,
girl.
Let's be honest, Wiley.
I
Did you
saw
saw Telly?
I saw Telly when that day. I just want to take you all back when it was Trace Raw, T Stoller, and myself, and Ted Lee. We were all on IG. Remember?
No.
And y'all, we was all talking on Instagram. We was
Do you
all
remember us,
talking.
Philip?
when it was about Wiley had sex, he was like he was suing Wiley or
Yeah,
something.
this was
But that was in the
like
DM.
way back.
That wasn't on the
I'm talking
phone.
about way back. We was all on IG. It was like on the messenger. We all was on IG, and y'all, it was over because Telly was just talking over it. He had an issue with me, and we all was talking. Then y'all got off the
Yeah, I do
line,
remember
and then
that. I do remember that because Trey, you put us in a group
yeah.
when all that stuff was going on.
Okay.
I
So
do remember that.
this what I remember.
Okay.
See, with the girls get to talk. They get to do a lot of talk. Okay. It was around like this time. Then y'all went to sleep. Then Telly he DM me. And then once we started talking, blah, 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 and he came over and we did what we did. So I don't care what them girls say when they in the when they in the
So
daytime. I
Wiley
know
said
Bubba Gun
he
in the
done tell Lee
dark.
fucked.
I ain't gotta lie. Tell him to show that real estate job. I did see y'all went to JC thing, so he's in the clear. Did y'all go to Robert's salon? Did you go to that?
No, unfortunately, we
He
wasn't
said it's
able
coming
to.
soon. I think it's coming soon.
It
I ain't
was
talking about coming
yeah.
soon. Did you do it this weekend? Did you get your hair
We
done?
didn't see it. It's not hair done.
It
So
was no
as of
keys
right
or no
now,
building in sight.
he didn't show no
So he
deed.
cool with
Did
them.
you see Ted Lee real estate license?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, we didn't.
So again, while these girls are gonna talk, I'm still on. See, again, you can't get Wiley off course because I'm a wrestling fan. I'm still stuck on my storyline. Markel is mad because Wiley have joined Reese G in this, defending Reese G that he was the better producer.
Sean
That's
say
it.
Wiley the lies you tell, and Sean they talked about you bad like a dog. They had so much stuff to say about you, how you never in the
Wally hold the
streets.
lie.
Listen,
Oh,
You know
the
how
cast
Sean
talked
never in
about
the
Sean.
listen.
streets.
So
Yeah,
Sean say you a liar. Sean
the
say you a
whole
liar,
cast
Wally.
talked about him because you know they don't like him. You see that from the show. Like
They dragged him.
for
See,
Phil's. They
Wiley
say
told
Sean
them
always talking, and they never see him in the streets. He never in the streets like that. Astro never in the streets like that. The only people in the streets
Why
they
do
say is
people
Markel.
gotta be?
Go
Listen,
ahead.
let me tell y'all something. Let
Go
me
ahead.
say one more
Asher
thing.
shouldn't be in the streets. He need a
Let me
job.
tell
Go
y'all
ahead.
want y'all if we
They
really
say Astro
wanna
the smartest
let
one.
me get in my bag real quick.
They want
I'm
people
just gonna get in my
in the
bag
streets. They
real
want these
quick.
people to be homeless.
Let me get in my bag real quick. One of the reasons I stopped going to the clubs is because I had to be on every time I went to the clubs because
Mm-hmm.
people would hug, people would stop me, people would want to take selfies, people would want to do all of that. So why would I continue to go to certain places where, if we want to talk about the times I go to on premise, I don't go to on premise on Sundays. I go to on premise on Tuesdays. That's when the money outside. That's when we go and have a cocktail, after dinner cocktail, because we just had dinner at Stir. You know what I'm saying?
Sean say
Like,
I'm grown and got a man.
and
What I need the streets for? Oh, now we got Sean.
Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Sean.
nobody,
Man.
no,
I'm mad.
Glad they got a step
nobody
man
wants
now.
to
Shout out to
be,
Sean.
nobody wants to be outside. And something that I do like about Sean is she's a girl that's from where I'm from. We're gonna get a bag. We're gonna go. We're gonna clock in. And I liked her on this last episode because she clocked in as a reality star. You go, you clock in when that red light is flashing, you clock out. If you are friends with people while that red light is flashing, cool. If you are friends with them when that red light stops, cool. But at the end of the day, when Reese G comes to do a job, whether it's speaking in a forum, speaking to the city, speaking to other reality based series players, it's going to be done well. That's what people don't get. Some people don't know how to play this game. Y'all are shock jocks. If this was mainstream, y'all would be right over there with a Wendy Williams, a Howard Stern, all the hello. Y'all be right over there with those people coming, and then we will be coming and doing interviews, and y'all be asking the tough questions because Tamron Hall cannot ask them. This is a business. I know how to work this business because what did I do, Trey? When you were saying, when you had me in your headlines, what did I do? I DM you. I said, hey, is there a problem? You said, no, come up on my live. We can talk about it. I said, okay. And what did I do?
Exactly.
I came up on your live. I had a conversation. T Spiller knows that I have way many sides to me. It's been from YouTube to Instagram to a podcast we did. So I
Oh yeah,
mean,
we did. Yeah, we did the podcast and stuff.
you
Yeah.
know, he
Y'all been
knows
working with each other.
Yeah.
he
But
knows
Reese, I
that
understand it. But Reese,
you know,
Reese, I didn't thought about that. Why you blocked me? Because I ain't never said that about you.
I ain't got you blocked
I am blocked. I can't even see the live because I'm blocked on your by you.
on my
Yeah,
page.
yeah, Reese. I'm blocked. Like Wiley went live. I was in Wiley live early when you came in. I got kicked out,
Um,
and I was like, me and Reese
let
ain't
me
never
go
had no
see.
words, no issue.
Let me go see. I probably had blocked you because I was seeing something that you had posted about like
Baby, if you ain't blocked Trey, I definitely know I should be blocked.
no, I mean unless you got a ghost
What the
account,
girl
like
say?
because
It don't be you,
I only
Spiller.
got two people. I only got two
It's
people
King
blocked.
Cuddy.
I only got
If
two
Trey
Oh,
people
blocked,
blocked
Oliver.
right
I know I
now.
should be blocked.
No,
Okay.
I literally only got two people blocked. So I mean, unless you got like a burner, I mean, I'm unblocking you
Nah,
now. I
and
ain't got
I know
nobody in
I
my.
ain't unless I block you because you block me back. No, I might hit that back up here.
Wiley,
Cause like
Oliver, he's talking to you. He said, "What you up here talking about?"
I'm doing great. I'm behaving. I felt even with Oliver. I mean, when I say this about Oliver, when the whole Beyonce thing happened, and um, he helped create that moment, I felt like he should have gotten some financial, something on the back end from T.S. Madison and Beyonce. That was my
Well,
thought.
here's
So
the
I.
thing here, and let me even speak to that. People can speculate even with that situation,
Mhm,
but the way that this business works, you don't know what he got or what he didn't get.
mhm.
You,
But
you
I'm
know,
just judging by what he said on the show because they said, "Did you get money from it?" He said no. I'm just judging the question was presented to him, and he said it publicly. And then
well,
T.S. Madison said,
y'all
"T.S.
should have
Madison don't
asked,
owe you nothing either."
what y'all should have asked him was, no, I'm gonna stay
And
out of there. Never
then
mind.
T.S. Madison said, "I want my laptop back because my laptop is something he need to bring that back." Because I seen it all. I seen it all because and then Armand dragged him. Somebody he want to be the it girl. He want to be in front of the camera. This is why I don't hire girls that want to be clout chasing. Everybody in TS Master Camp want to be in front of the camera. They want to be the it girl. This is why I don't hire people like that. I've seen it all and I talked about it. But the thing about
Armand Wiggins is another person that does blogs with a shock job. Armand Wiggins said about me when I was in season 2 of Chasing. He said, "quote Mona Scott would, Shawnee O'Neal would never do anything like this. Shawnee O'Neal would never go live and talk about how she feels about people talking about her show." End quote. And then that's when the whole Ressie O'Neal thing became a joke. But I will tell you one thing: before I did Chasing, I did an Armand Wiggins show, the boys chat. I
you
did
did,
that.
you did do the
So
voice. I remember that.
people have to understand what to take to heart and what not to take to heart. He made a true statement. I mean, of course, those Shawnee O'Neal would not do that. But Shawnee O'Neal is a multi-million-dollar lady too. So,
You're
you
right.
know,
You're right. You're right.
so she ain't gotta come up here and do certain things like that. When it comes down to certain situations, like things that catch the blogs, like the T.S. Madison and Oliver situation, their relationship is stronger than what a post can be, and where she can go and where he can go. We don't know about the private conversations that he and T.S. Madison have had. We don't know if, because I mean, at this point, Oliver and T.S. Madison are on a different level, so it may have been a gag order signed, a confidentiality form signed, and money exchanged. We don't know, and we will never know.
Yeah, because T.S.
So,
Madison did say she did pay. She said every service it was rendered and everything like. And I'm just again when we as a commentator, I'm just judging what I see publicly and I bring it to my platform. But this is the issue with the cast of any of these shows, and this is what's going to harm them. If you can't handle Wiley, you cannot handle the Breakfast Club, Joe Budden, and many other people. They can't even handle the basics
true.
of. They can't handle it. You
But
can't
the
handle
thing about it
Wiley.
is something that y'all have to understand too. I mean, I can only speak on the cast that I was over, right? I was a stylist for 11 years in Atlanta. I come from artist development. So I have a passion. My Gamble Group LLC is a company that I still use to this day to develop. So when I sit down, I have conversations, and many people can attest to it. I'm going to talk to you about development, how to handle these questions, how to answer this, what you should look like, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. And I took that over into doing Chasing Dallas. So whenever the girls did press, if y'all go back and look, whenever they did these interviews and did press, they never reacted the way that girls are reacting nowadays, because they saw this platform, or they saw the platform as a stepping stone to something greater.
Yeah.
Every opportunity was something better, something's coming. And so sometimes people don't see that. Sometimes people don't look at it like that anymore. And we can't fault them for that. Some producers are not taking the time to sit these people down and say, hey, this is what you
Of
should
course
do. This
not.
is what you
They too
shouldn't
busy at dinner, want Wiley to be out in the streets. That's what they do.
do.
Wiley,
They
I'm gagged.
they want me to instead of them, wait a minute, training their cast, they want me to put on my good clothes, I guess to go to JC to do the makeover and me pull up and go to the streets instead of him training his cast. Absolutely, he can't train nobody. Actually, I'm gonna say that because the spirit is leading me. Thank you, Jesus. Reese
Well,
G needs
I'm
to
glad.
train
Hold on,
Markel how to
Wiley.
handle media relations because this is the second time that Wiley have triggered Markel to come
out to say something about Wiley. This is the second time, Mark, and you have told recently, you told Markel gotta stop allowing Wiley to trigger her. I know all of his weaknesses. He want to be the it girl, and I'm saying you are doo-doo.
And Wally, I also want to say when people say, because I heard a lot of people on on the Chasing platform say, certain people can open doors, and I honestly haven't saw that with a lot of the cast members
In Atlanta.
and especially in Atlanta. When people say, "Oh, this person opened doors for me," I haven't really saw it, and I've been in Atlanta for 5 years. I've never run into these girls. These girls are not grand how they act like they are grand. We came to Dallas for a total of 3 to 4 days, and we have saw it all. And I've been in Atlanta 5 years, and these seem not now door open. And I do again have to shout out JC. He is JC, when people want to say don't burn a bridge, and when people say Trace or burn bridges, that is a bridge that I do want to cross, and I would not burn because JC. That is a bridge and doors, and I saw proof. I saw celebrities. I saw producers from y'all favorite shows in this man's DMs and in his text messages. This man is the real deal, and this is a person that I would love to align myself with because I actually saw the work, not just the talk that I saw from a lot of the Chasing girls, but actually the work put into it. And I was, like I said, the whole time gagged about this man, that he was actually the real deal, because I've came and ran into a lot of the fakes. Being in Atlanta for 5 years and now seeing the Chasing Atlanta cast versus the Chasing Dallas cast, it's a totally different vibe. No shade.
And also really too, I got an email for JC. Someone emailed me or DM me today to confirm what you're saying. And they said, Wiley, he's a great guy. Because I posted breaking news, he's real, and somebody did it and showed me more receipts of his work that he have done with
celebrities. Real deal, Wiley. I can confirm that. He is the real
that man places laid.
Yes.
He got everything. He got the bloggers. He got everything for you when you come in there. And then he a great photographer. We take pictures of known people.
Yes, he's a very known girl. He takes some pictures of a lot of y'all favorites, a lot of y'all celebrities, a lot of people y'all watch on TV. He is a real legit person. He does, like I said, he's just not talking about like I saw a lot of the Chasing girls doing, but he's actually living what he's saying. Because like I said, that's why I gagged even on my review. I was like, that was the first thing I said. Was that really his building? And the first thing I asked that man at the club, that was the same thing I said in my review. Was that really your building? And the fact the next day he invited us there and laid it out, VIP treatment, he really went over and beyond. And that's a bridge. When the girls say, "Oh, Trace or Brown bridges," that's a bridge that I'm going to keep. And we're not going to burn.
They say that because they don't know who you are in the work, because they say Wiley burn bridges.
And then Wiley and Ressie, the girls in Atlanta they put you indoors because they invite you to a Funky Down Lever brunch. Like,
come on,
like a Funky Down Lever brunch. I love Funky Down Lever, but that is not put me in the door. Put me in the door to buy a mimosa. Okay, you put me in the door to buy a mimosa and some French toast. I can go in that door in any place in Atlanta. I can go in any door in Atlanta and get some French toast. I can go to Toast on Lennox. I can go to the Egg and I. That ain't put me in no doors and connected. Or you connected me with a bitch who can make me a waffle. Okay, cool.
But this is the thing though, Trey and T. But this is funny. When I went to Atlanta, I went to Monique's comedy show.
That dirt.
And I came back to Atlanta to hang out with y'all. I put, and I still do, Brandon Carson on the pedestal. All of these people, they are superstars to me. Because I'm just judging them on their on-camera work. And I'm not gonna tell you what people said about this. Like, girl, they act that, but still, to me, they are celebrities to me because I don't live in Atlanta. So I worship them. They're my faves. But it's kind of sad when reality set in, and I'm not gonna say no names. When people be saying, "Damn, I was homeless," but then 2 months ago, you was a celebrity dog walker. This is like the gag, like. And this is why I'm like, damn, a lot of times in Atlanta it's so fake. And that's like the ghetto version of Hollywood. Like, people put on these false, it's a catfish. You're catfishing your credentials. You don't have it. And And it's okay when you don't have it. I would never forget it in G status when they said, Brandon Carson want to be on OnlyFans because he was working at Pizza King and it leaked on G status and he was hurt. But I'm like,
Bitch,
it's okay
I'm
if you work
gagging.
at Pizza King or was it Pizza Hut? But he was upset about that. He didn't want that to be broadcast on the show. But I know for a fact these girls is not bringing six figures for what maybe one, but the most of them is working 9 to 5.
Yeah, I would
And
agree with that,
that's
Wiley.
okay. And that's okay.
I
And
But
would
that's
agree
like
with
okay
that.
with that.
And
we
that's
have to
okay because
understand.
most everybody does.
But my thing is,
Yeah.
this is the
I
gag
work a
though.
9
But
to 5. I
you
go to
all don't
school.
want to show people that's working real jobs though. You want these people to show up to be fake and to be this false reality, and then you got Mark Hill want to be sneaky and fake and talk all that trash, and then want to hide his hand. Show the realness, because most of the girls, the reason why you can't take them in their apartments because they don't have an apartment. You can't take something that they don't have. So if we really want to go there, I'm still going to be talking about the show. But you don't like my type of criticism. I get it. But I have my own. So, and I work for it, and I'm not gagging to be outside to go sit with fake people that don't like me. That's dumb. I'm a Scorpio. I'm not going to hang with fake people that don't like me. The fuck, I might as well go back to church. At least I know
Wiley, them people don't know you.
they do.
They don't like
I
they said
don't
they never met
exactly.
you.
Exactly. So why would I hang out with people I don't
They,
know?
they said that you if you want to because you tag them and stuff all the time because
I
you want
will
to get to know
continue
them.
to. I'm
So
tagging
they said you might as
Markel.
well come out in the
He the
streets.
super producer. The rest of them, I'm tagging the. I don't care, and I will continue to tag them. And guess what? Today we had an iconic live, better than the Sleepy Network, cigarette smoking network. We did it on the Instagram live. So if Wiley is unrelevant, I get. And he this and this. I had Nicole on the show, Trace Raw, T Spiller. Nicole didn't like me mentioning you. I'm not afraid that if this was the TTB network, don't say no names. Don't say no names. Don't say that name. I don't do that. I put respect of where I got the information. When Trey said what he said, and I got it from him, it's my duty to say I got it from Trey Raw TV. I gave credit to who I got it. If this was TTCB Network, he would have put a thumbnail, he would put his logo and say, I presented this. And when I was on his show, he was pissed, angry for me saying T Spiller and Trey Raw, don't say their names. Well, I can't do this platform. I cannot say where I got the information from. Because I'm real. Why would I disown you in front of TTB Network? Why disown the people that I fuck with? The same thing with Casey Allen, the fashion Neva, that's supposed to be on Tubi get 6-figure checks. Okay. When he said, "Don't be friends with Trey Sorrow, don't be friends with Tillis," da 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 da. I was like, "Why? Because they messy. Don't they supposed to be messy to do YouTube? You want them to be Mother Teresa? The gays won't watch."
Well, this is what I would have to say to speak to that. I mean, everybody runs their business the way they want to. So, I mean, that's why one thing, some people like each other, some people don't. Y'all have these blog beefs and all of that. Y'all all do things differently. I just wish, just as much as y'all wish, that me and whoever else could be. And it's always me. And I be telling y'all, it's not me. Everybody else bringing me up. I don't ever bring none of
It's
these people up.
Markel the problem. I told y'all, I
I'm
don't
not
care.
saying no names. I'm
I'm
just
saying
saying,
names, baby, because we pulled up at that dinner and when he was the only quiet one there, I said, "Okay, Markel, I got some more video. You really go see Wiley's side. You go see because he's sneaky. And see, Reese, you gonna be politically correct. I get that. You got a job, you are chairman of the board, but I'm ignorant. That Markel is sneaky, messy. He keeps a mess. And you know it, and you ain't got to agree. He's a messy girl, and he like everybody do it dirty way because he don't have the balls to step with the big dogs. Okay, and he told me, well, he don't do this. No, baby, you hit the link. Come on my show. Let's have a conversation. We could do it in person in Frisco. We can do it in Deep Ellum. We can do it at Sweet Georgia Brown in the parking lot because we was just there a couple of days ago. That nasty ass food. So if you want to have a conversation, let's have a conversation, but it must be publicly. Keep your home girls that's struggling to have a storyline, keep them at home. You don't need no backup. Let's have that camera time. We could do it at the JC at his iconic establishment, and we can do it there. And you know what? Just to help Black-owned business, we will pay him to give me a makeover. Okay. I still want to have a conversation with you, Marquette, and then you're gonna see how weak that you can't go toe to toe with Wiley because you ain't got no backup. You ain't got no because you tried it before in 2019 when y'all was nominated for an award, and Ressie G ran to the table. He didn't want to talk to Wiley. He was upset with Wiley, but I say, Markel, you know, you've been saying, oh yes, Wiley, I said it. Okay, I apologize. Because you talk about a mess. You didn't know I was gonna be outside in the streets. Remember we was all nominated, Ressie G, when y'all won that award and you got up there and you gave your acceptance speech. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
2019 y'all was nominated. Remember that? In the streets.
When I was the first awarded web series producer.
Your first awarded web series, and I was there too, wasn't I?
Ressie
Wasn't I in
and Wiley, are y'all going to is the Boss Babes? Is that the thing? Or
Boss Babes.
is that going or here? Is that already happening?
Boss Babe Awards. I've never been invited to the Boss Babe Awards. They told me they didn't know who I was. So
girl, I know you lying. Ressie, how I get the invite, girl, and they ain't know you, girl.
I swear to God. They said, I still got the messages. They said they didn't know who I was.
They were trying to be shady, though,
Ressie, they trying to be shady.
Every bitch in this sector knows who Ressie G is.
I swear.
That is like, that's a lie.
I swear. And so I was like, because I reached out to them and I wanted to support, I wanted to support in a particular way. And they said they didn't know who I was, and I've never been invited. If I go to one thing I do, Ressie G I will always go to places I'm invited to. But if I'm not invited, I'm not going.
But how do they know Ressie? Ressie did Chasing Dallas season 1 through 3. They nominate Atlanta every season, but they don't know you.
Right.
But this is why.
So, Wiley, how do you feel? Are you still nominated? Did they snatch you from you?
This is why when I was nominated, this is what I got to say about the Boss Babe Awards, and which I felt like it was just a ghetto organization. How can you nominate Trey Raw TV and get mad and then take his nomination away? Because he said about blonde chairs. And so I didn't like that. And I kept quiet. I'm like, okay, let me be. And then Trey Raw TV said, Wiley, get off the air. I don't want you to lose your nomination. But I knew I wasn't going to win because I DM'd them. I said, is it any way can the viewers vote overseas? Because I have a huge overseas. Oh, no, it's just for the USA. And then I'm like, can we see the percentage points to see that it's done fairly?
Right.
No, we done. And then Rico, Cass and I was like, Wiley, they only give the award to, you may have won it, but they only give the award to whoever showed up. But then another thing that triggered my gut, in my good eye, that it looked like all them high-priced ticket sales for that little piece of chicken was going to book Black China. Last time I checked,
Black China didn't know she was supposed to be there.
Right. She looked out of place, like she was kidnapped.
Very out of place.
She was like kidnapped. Like, why are you using gay money?
They told Black China they were going to STK Steakhouse, and they pulled
right. She was like, "What the fuck is this?"
But to me, it felt. I was so pissed because I'm like, this is an embarrassment. And then I'm like, I'm not ever gonna get I don't want to ever be renominated for this because this is trash. This is just not real. And I'm like, how can you not nominate the Armand Wiggins show? And he's gay and then nominate me. And then he said, I don't want my nomination if you nominate Wiley. And I said, well, fuck it. If it ain't good for him to be there, bitch, I don't want to be there either. So, and then Rico was talking about it's all fraudulent. It's a scam that Todd set up. So I just didn't want to be there. So I'm like, y'all already had it predetermined and all of that. And I started dragging the Boss Babe Awards because I felt like y'all not doing it fairly. We all need to see the voting process. If they're voting by Google, Google tells you the percentage. Okay? When you do a Google poll, it tells you who's in first place, who's in second place, who's in third place. That needs to be public. We need to see it's just done fairly. If not, I'm not going. And then the ticket price, my producers was like, damn, Wiley, is this the Grammys? Baby, the Grammys don't cost this much.
Oh, we.
For a dry piece of chicken and a large chair? Hell no, we ain't paying for that.
And make some homemade soap.
Right, see, my people, they are paying for me to go on. Like, I have
homemade soap.
I have black.
Yeah.
They'll
What
make
you
it
mean?
so.
They sent us a list like it was all the shit that they was going, because like Wiley said, there's a price list. So because they the first year they did it, of course they knew who I was, of course. So they sent us a list. $75 for this to make some soap and a string wrapped around the soap. $25 to make some shampoo and
Some
bubbles.
potpourri and
Yeah,
shit.
and
It's like
something to make some mud pies and moon cakes and shit.
it
Where
was
I
a lot of
say,
money because Reese Trey got nominated, so I wasn't gonna go, but I had to buy a ticket, and I looked at the ticket price. I was like, Wiley, I'm like, what?
That ticket it was
Am I
crazy,
flying
and
private?
I said, can I get a ticket for my you and a ticket? And I needed a ticket for my security because I was gonna hire
not
security. Because these
security,
girls,
Did they
bitch.
I need a
did they
little
have
security card
did they
because
have
baby,
press
I'm going with the
passes?
op, and I need a little backup. So the security guard was gonna be like $300,
Was the
like
fourth voice?
$350. So they told me I only get one free ticket for me. And the security guy, I said, hell fucking no, you won't see me. I respectfully, in my Monique voice, I respectfully declined. I was with Daddy. Because ain't no way in
Oliver
the world I paid
T
that.
Spiller is the fourth voice. Who the fourth is? T Spiller. Me and Trey in the same room.
Yeah.
What did they not have like press passes? They didn't invite like I mean because I would think that they would have like press passes and stuff,
Girl,
right?
they have shit. That, like I said,
No.
that's why them hoes was mad.
Um,
Because when they sent me the shit, it was in somebody's damn backyard on College Park. Because at the time, y'all know
oh,
I stayed off College Park and got me road, bro. So the shit was right around the corner and the duplex, bitch. And they thought I was gonna show up and I was gonna be there. Girl, no ma'am. Like I told them people, and they was mad at that. Because I'm like, who the fuck are y'all? First off, I didn't know who these people was. This was the first time they was doing this stuff. It felt very bootleggish to me. And I was very offended when I got the invitation, honestly. And when they heard when I said that, because I said this on live on my YouTube, they proceeded because they was watching my live at the same time as I was on live, and it was writing DMing me. It was like, you can't talk about this like this and da da da, and I'm here for to snatch your stuff. So as they're typing this, I'm showing YouTube live this. Me and the people, we gagging at these folks
We be
because
writing at the same
we
time.
don't care at the end of the day. Because like Reese said, going back to Reese said, girl, if it ain't giving me no money, who gives a fuck? You think I'm gonna stop my day and time for somebody ain't giving me no motherfucking money? Girl, I don't give a fuck. Y'all bitches know
I
me.
didn't
I
listen,
don't know these bitches
I
behind these
didn't
fake
mean that.
pages.
I didn't
No
mean that as
shade.
shade either. I didn't mean that as shade either. Like if I would have
But
knew
I
y'all
just
was
meant to the
coming,
shade, girl.
I know,
Get
I know.
into
I'm
it.
just saying.
Cat.
I just want to say. I just want to
But
say.
Reese,
If I would have knew y'all was coming, then I would have made time. But it's no tea because I
I
would
get it.
have
I get it, Reese.
loved to
Like we
see
did.
y'all for real.
Oh, we're gonna bring them back. They had a phone call, but yeah, that, and then they don't even stream it either. Like that's my whole thoughts about it. I'm not trying to be messy or whatever the case. I'm just being me. This is iconic to get Reese to talk because Reese don't do
Reese
interviews. He
don't
don't.
talk, honey. Reese don't
Reese
talk.
minds his business. But yeah, your name be mentioned. But yeah, I would never forget that moment with that award show.
Yeah, they literally said they didn't know who I
Yeah,
was. So I was just like, oh.
they told me
Reese,
stop being shady to our award thing, and I said what I
Reese,
said. Yeah.
I'm weak. Like I can't believe them folks said they didn't know who the fuck you
No,
were.
I swear, I promise you, I could send you the like they literally said that, and I didn't take offense to it or nothing. I was just like, okay, well, and my ass, I was like, well, if y'all have an after party, y'all need a host. I would love to support what you guys got going on. I frequently come in and out of Atlanta. I could plan. I have clients there still because I still have clients. I still have styling clients that I go and see in Atlanta. So I
Okay.
fly in, I go back and forth, and I was like, hey, it is what it is. And then they had
Mhm.
said that they was doing an after party, and they wanted me to host the after party, and I was like, well, I can't do it now because I'm not gonna be in Atlanta. I don't have time to rearrange because it was like probably like maybe 2 weeks prior to, and I wished them well, and that was it.
But
You know,
Reese in Dallas though, I don't think none of them really got no real big issue with you. I feel like a conversation
they
y'all have
should.
and it can be done. Like I don't feel like Markel really had no big issue with you, honestly. I feel like it's shade
I mean,
there, but I don't feel like it's a real issue.
yeah. I mean, and the thing about it is, like, even when me and you talked, Trey, and Spilly, you was there
Yeah,
too. We were,
Right.
it's not the shade. I'm built for the shade. It is what it is. Because at the end of the day gonna end.
Right.
So I'm built for the shade.
You better go ahead, glow
So
roller.
okay, I don't mind all of that, because the good thing about it is there are main factors that are at play.
Mm-hmm.
I've been vindicated. I have been vindicated for every single thing that people have said that I have quote unquote done to the Chasing Reality brand. I've been vindicated for all the negative speech. I have reached out to the owner to have conversations. If he wants to reach out back, fine. I've been the bigger person with talking to Markel. I've already done that. I've gone back and I filmed the scene to support because people say I did not support. I have gone on to do other things. I'm still producing. So, I mean, at this point, my battles have been won already. Now it's all about, and one thing I'm still going to do is pay it forward. I'm
Yeah.
still going to reach out. I text Markel the day of the premiere and I said, quote, hey, where's the screening party? Where's the premiere party going to be? I want to come and support. Or is it only Robertson? I swear to God. Why y'all laughing?
Listen. Well, JC having one Thursday. It's going to be a star-studded event. If you want to pull up to his, it's going to be at his penthouse location. So he's having all the celebrities.
Downtown Dallas.
Yeah, downtown Dallas. He's having all the
Is
celebrities and everybody step through.
is that public? Is that
For
public?
the streaming Chasing Dallas.
Yeah, it's going to be a viewer party for
Yeah,
Church
view a
Dallas.
part of
Yeah,
that.
he invited us to it, but y'all know we're not going.
Oh,
We ain't going to be in
the
town.
the celebrities gonna be there to watch the Chasing Dallas thing.
Yeah, the celebrities are going to be watched to
They
support.
said it'd be a packed good time in it.
Yeah, all his staff, because he does have a staff.
Yeah.
His whole staff did vouch for him, and these people, because we will be tagging them as well. These are some people. They are celebrity, like the barber that did our hair, me and Spiller hair. They're celebrity barbers. These are celebrity photographers as well and videographers. So
And they
we
showed
will
us
be
that
yeah.
they showed us the people.
So yeah, they actually showed the work and just didn't say they were celebrity, whatever. And we do have the Instagram, so we will be shouting them out as well on Instagram and YouTube as
Yeah,
well.
I can't wait. I hope they had a phone so they can help with the streaming numbers.
I don't know about that.
Because the thing, this is the thing though. This is the thing. When you say celebrities, what type of celebrities you talk about? Is it celebrities that we know or good people
when I talk
from
about
Oak Cliff
when
and
I'm speaking about JT, I'm talking about known celebrities that you know that you watch on TV. Yes, no, not like
I don't think they're Chasing Dallas though. I don't think so. That
I
show
feel like it's more so they come to support more than watch him because it's like a party. It's more people coming to support than watch the show.
Actually, he should have been the producer. If he got all that, he should have been the producer.
Wiley, like I say, just stay tuned. Just stay tuned.
You know what I mean? And
Just
my
stay
thing is
tuned, Wiley.
this is the thing. Like, I'm not trying to talk down to JC, to none of the cast.
Right.
But I'm gonna say this, and I know this gonna sound. We need to see. I'm trying to be politically correct. We need to see this on Chasing Dallas because what I see now is Vaseline, razor bumps, JC arguing with Sean. I don't know you. What? You got to get your degree. That's what I see. So if you want people, the masses that watch this show to believe that, they need to see that. That's the thing as a viewer. Because me trying to say that, if they don't see it on the show, only thing what they see right now is they argue, and then Ted Lee can't even say he a realtor. He better not even utter that word. He just shut up. Because right now he just said, I just take my exam. It's inactive. He not even active. Shut up, you damn liar.
Reese, let me ask you this. Would you have casted this cast if you were still the producer? Would this be the cast right now?
Hell no.
No. It wouldn't be.
Who will be gone and who will stay?
So who would you chop, Reese, if this is your show right now? If you came back in for season 6, who would you chop? Who would you keep?
So who would I keep from this cast? I would keep I'm gonna say these. I'm gonna put it like this. These are the people that I would like to produce. I'll put it like that because I feel feel like I would enjoy producing them. I'm not saying I would enjoy to produce others. These are just the people that would be at the top of my list who I would love to get my hands on to produce. I would love to work with Seven. I would love to work with JC. I would like to work with the chef, only as a supporting cast member though, because I think that he could possibly because I don't think that what I would want to see is like him working with like the Mavericks and stuff like that, but we can't get that.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, that to me kind of takes away the glamour. I don't know what his storyline is going to transcend to if as the season goes on. I would work with who else is on the cast? Who else is on the cast? I would work with Sean. I'm okay with working with him.
Definitely Sean. Yeah.
I wish that DeAndre was still there because I would like to work
He
with
had the
him.
potential. He doesn't stand in his villain area, but go ahead.
And then who else is there? I don't think that I think that some people are better fits for other shows. Like I think Astro is a better fit for like a younger group,
Like rookies.
you know,
He don't
like
fit.
like rookies. Yes, like rookies. I think that he would be
Yeah,
a
he'll
better
fit
fit
more
for like
them
rookies.
better, yeah.
Kesey, I think that he would be a better fit somewhere else, like the
Like a
crew.
music
I
show.
think he would fit on like the crew.
The crew Dallas, yeah.
Tedley, I think he would fit better on another show.
Like what?
I think
Lovers and Friends.
no, not Lovers and Friends. I think that Tedley could work better on like say like the Millennials of Dallas.
I
I think
ain't never heard
that
that one. I ain't never watched that.
it was a show that a guy named Malcolm did.
Yeah,
Like it had like
Malcolm. I
a
love Malcolm.
different
Millennial
tempo.
and Markel
Yeah,
worked with them too.
yeah, he was over there too
Yeah,
before he
Malcolm
came to
told
Chasing.
Yeah,
Markel that
okay,
you need
y'all
to go
know
to
who
school.
Malcolm
You don't know how to
X.
produce. He
Y'all know
told
who
me that.
Malcolm is.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't talk to him before
he
too.
said
So,
Markel need to stop producing. He don't know how to produce. He needs to go to school. He don't know how to produce.
Marquise,
so
Marquise has. See, I don't know. I'm gonna just say this. There are things about each cast member that I know about, but I don't know if it's gonna be shown. So I know I would like to pull out the other things. Robert, I think that Robert is going in another direction where he's already kind of he got his feel for the reality thing. And I think he's like I don't think that Robert wants to be around forced mess now where he's at in life in particular. So I wouldn't like when I first when I first cast him and how I wanted to lay out his story, life was life and so he wasn't able to be there as much as
Oh
he, could.
yeah.
When he came back, of course he was able to kind of be there more and he had a better feel of what was going on. But I think now Robert has, because I used to work for, when I started with the company that I was telling y'all about with JC, Robert came in a different department under the same company. So I know where he's going as a person, but,
Yeah, Robert cool.
but yeah, I mean, yeah, Robert is Robert. Robert is just he's a fun guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a fun guy, and like me and Robert used to sit on the phone for hours and hours and hours and hours. I think that yeah, I mean, I think and that would be my cast. I mean, when it comes down to certain people like that are kind of like JC to me, I remember. I can't say that. But JC, I would like to work with him. I would say that.
Yeah, because
girl, what you about to say? You about to say him, girl? What's the?
No, I wasn't about to shade him. I was not about to shade
like
him.
I'm glad you brought up 7D because he need direction on the show.
I think that I don't
7D say
know.
stay tuned.
Hey, Ressie 7D said that he got asked several times to be on Chasing
Atlanta,
Atlanta,
and he declined y'all.
He said so when Dallas came
You
back. He
said
was like,
chasing Atlanta.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said Chasing Atlanta on his live earlier. He said that they asked him to be on a few times and he declined because
So,
he lived in Atlanta.
so I will say, I mean, I don't know how true that is, but when we did the cast trip, if y'all remember, we did the cast trip to Vegas for season 3, right? When we went to, we had an appearance as a cast during Vegas Pride and at an event where my homegirl at the time was managing Diamond. And he also performed at the same event. So when he got done performing, like I had never seen him perform before, I had never really heard of him before. And
Heard
when
of
I saw
who?
him perform,
Seven.
Oh
Seven.
yeah, 70. Oh
And
yeah.
so when I had saw him perform, I was like, he is everything. And so I walked up to him and he was like, oh, I know who you is. And, da, 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 and we took a picture together. And then and at the time he lived in New York, when he was getting ready to move down here, I was working with Ariel. They did a song together. I kind of, made that happen because I had met him and I was like, hey, I think y'all should work together. And
Mm-hmm.
then when he was getting ready to move to Dallas, he was like, hey, what's a good side of town to live on? I told him my opinion. And then when he came, I asked him, I said, hey, would you be interested in being on Chasing Dallas? Because at the time I was still with the brand. We were getting ready for season 4 over with my direction, with my under my producing. And he said, no, just let me get settled and I figure it out. And then I said, okay, cool. When I started to cast for the current show that's in production that I'm producing, I asked him to be a part because he is a part of the ballroom scene. And he declined. And then I later found out why he declined, which is because he had went to Chasing Dallas. So,
Right.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, I don't know about Chasing Atlanta because I don't know his journey of living in Atlanta. I don't know. But what I will say is I think that with Seven and with his brand and with where he could go, I think that if he works this right, the Chasing Dallas could be a great footnote in his story for sure. But I mean, it's all about how you work it. I'm not a dancer, I'm not a rapper. So I mean, they have people like that have a particular set of skills where you can flip that shit like no other. I have to be, more creative with flipping a platform, which I've done very well. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that he's definitely somebody that could do his big one. I mean, I'll be doing something with him very soon.
Wally, and then they
Y'all just stay tuned.
asked too. Another question that was asked at the dinner: what happened to the show that you were supposed to be, that we all talked about? And Markel really want to know what happened to the show that you were supposed to be doing as well. That we all supposed to be doing.
Oh well,
He was
I'm
like,
not.
"What happened to that? Why did that flop and fail?"
Well,
Since we like to talk about his stuff all the time.
the Wiley Show, which I do every single day, is the reason why he's at dinner talking about Wiley.
Oh my
That's the
God.
show that matters. Okay, he's at
Mhm.
dinner.
I love
He's
football.
at he's at dinner eating chicken, talking about me, and we will continue. I talk about Oliver. I had Oliver on my show. I talked about T.S. Madison. I had T.S. Madison manager on the show. Now he's selling T-shirts. Just before he's selling T-shirts, he's getting good fat commission check from T.S. Madison. Now he's been cut off. He sells T-shirts now. I had him on the show. I
Who's
had
selling
Sonya
t-shirts
B.
now?
T.S. Madison, former manager. Now he sells T-shirts and T-shirts out of his house
Oh my
in
God.
Indiana. So at the end of the day, my job is to talk about people. Do I want to sit and kiki and eat dinner with you all? No, that I don't. I don't care. I cook my own food. I work
He
hard.
said, "Why your reality show that you supposed to be doing right now? Why?" That's what he
Oh
wants to
yeah, it's in development with whatever. I still be talking about it's in development because the thing for me, I could be a part. Let's say this, I could be a part of a show, but the thing
because
is,
they be saying because they was like you
because
trying to pay them to like be to interview
it
them when you could
was
put
all
that to your
cap.
own show.
It was all cash.
Oh,
They never got a cash app. They never got a cash app. It's all cash. Storm Monroe was on the show. I kind of got 200,000 followers. He did a show. We did a weekly commentary show. He got paid to do that. So my thing is this: when I look at Chase in Dallas, when I look at the show now, it's different than Reese G. Reese G is needed. 7 Deep, no direction. Boring as ever. I'm still stuck on that. You can't, Markel, I'm sorry that it's flopping and you trying to distract and talk about me. At the end of the day, they said, but Wiley is telling. When I talked to the black women on my show, shout out to Dre Simba, he came on the Wiley Show he came on the show, he never returned. Because them black women, you can't fool them. I'm talking about them black women you cannot fool. And when I get on that show, I don't entertain the LGBT community as a whole. I'm talking to black women. And so when I talk about this show, they know half of it is BS. They knew it was a snooze fest. On episode 1, when we was going to do a chasing battle, Trey, T-Sculler, and everything, the issue that I had with the brand, because they so solidified, they had problems premiering it. We having tech issues. How can you have tech issues when you pre-recording it? You're talking about a YouTuber that been on the platform for a long time. I've been on here before. Your boy Nunu, he was younger. Let's just say that. That's how long I go back with these people. So I know everything about YouTube. And then we have to wait. Oh, we having tech issues. Y'all recorded this months ago. So this is why that chasing panel couldn't work between Trey Sorrell and T-Sculler, because they couldn't get the scheduling right. And because I thought it would have been iconic, because I think it would be iconic to have a panel of people talk about the show that's not kissing the butt of the cast or of Ardario, because I don't party with these girls.
And that's the thing, Wiley, about us. That's why even with the everybody that we met, from Chasing Dallas, this time we was here, and everybody knows we have said a lot. Even with them, they even addressed that. One thing about us, we said what we said, and it is what it is. We do it like we told them, it's for entertainment. We said it's nothing we're taking back. But you know what I'm saying? We're not kissing asses. We didn't get here about kissing asses. We didn't get here about, let me fake it, let me tell them lies and fairy tales to hang around them. No, we've always stated our opinion, and they was cool with that, and they accepted that, and it was what it was. So like you were saying, back to what you were saying, having a panel of people that doesn't kiss their ass, and you know what I'm saying, and some people still fuck with that. Like they still understood what we did at the end of the day. You feel what I'm saying?
I honestly feel the Dallas cast, Wiley they have bigger balls than the Atlanta people. They thicker skin. That's what I mean. They have thicker skin.
I think reverse it with Atlanta. I would say this about Atlanta. They have always came on the Wiley Show, gave me great interviews. The Atlanta cast, from Oliver, from all of them, they have gave me great interviews. The older Chasing Dallas people, Dead Better King and others, we did shows, we got it in together, we had on wigs together, it was much better. But the issue with these new group, these Markel minions, they're leading you down a dangerous path. Ted Lee, you're known as
who haven't been on your show on this on this cast?
Jeff been on my show. Astro been on the show. But the reason why their music ain't hitting the same, when shout out to K-Star. Let me say this. He's smart. He came on my radio show because I said, I'm going to tell the girls to buy your records. So the people was buying his records. If you know anything about the music business, it's much better for an artist to get you to go to iTunes to download their message, to pay for the money for the album, than to stream it. You know how I know that? Because I've been interviewing artists all the way back to the Freaky Boys, the true first gay artist that was on the Breakfast Club, that did a Breakfast Club interview. So, and those are friends of mine, grew up on the west side of Chicago. So my point is this, I'm not new to this. I am true to this. I go way back with Oliver when he was doing the remixes. I said, girl, do some original. So this ain't nothing new. The problem is y'all cannot, this new group of people don't understand how to take criticism. Markel can't. When he can't deal with criticism so bad, it's because you don't hear this from the cast, maybe Ted Lee, but he got to throw shots. But you ain't going to win because I'm from the B sector. When you have somebody that's from the gutter, you ain't going to win. I'm from Inglewood, from the dirty south side of Chicago. Ain't nothing you can say to get under my skin with those raccoon eyes. It get under your skin, but you ain't getting under mine. Because I'm going to still talk about the show respectfully with Ressie G, the super producer that created and birthed you, Markel. We would have known you because nobody was watching Cheaters. Especially back, I wasn't watching no Cheaters. I was watching WWE wrestling, not a gay boy that was getting cheated on. Had to get cameras and a white man to help find your love. So that's just me. I'm just saying it from
While
the
you
heart.
a key, bitch.
Wiley is crazy.
I'm just saying it because
While the
these
people
people
say, why you don't be uplifting the folks, child?
uplift the people.
They
Uplift.
said, Ed Oliver.
I did Alva.
Wiley.
Yeah.
Hey everyone. Wiley, but you have to understand these people are sensitive.
Mm. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's a day problem.
And I'm pretty sure if someone was like talking bad about your stuff, that you would be like really upset.
No, I would go live to get a click and a view and get coins. You actually get more money when people do that.
Facts.
No, you
So
do. But the people,
So
they're just really sensitive, you know?
I don't care if
And
they
Wiley,
sensitive.
and to his
TS
knowledge,
Madison called me a cockeyed demon in the basement.
who?
Oh my God.
She said, and shout out to that cockeyed demon. She said
Bitch.
that. Did I get upset? No. I continued to. Did I get upset? I didn't cry when she said that Nika at Night was fish, and Nika at Night said she was a dirty, dirty fish, and she cried at her baby sock. I said, Nika at Night, baby girl, you got to stop being emotional because the more you cry, the more they going to call you fish.
Wiley,
Suck it up.
Wiley, let me say this, Wiley. They talk shit about us all the time. They call my job, trying to get me fired, all type of stuff. I still get online and talk shit. They didn't do nothing to me. So to me, I feel like if I didn't get mad about that, y'all shouldn't get mad about nothing I said about y'all because y'all trying to get me fired. So I sell drugs in my job,
I remember
all type
that.
of lies.
Remember they did
They did
that? See?
all that to me, and they thought it
I
was
remember.
funny. So when I talk shit about them, I don't hold back no more on them. I talk a lot of shit about them who did that. But I was sensitive. Did you see me get online and cry? And be like,
No.
oh, they're calling my job. They talking about me. I took that hit and went on about my life.
Right, because they just said I was beat up and carried on the stretcher. Did you see me crying? We still did an iconic live, and we still gonna be dragging the next day. Scorpios, only Scorpios understand Scorpios.
You're a Scorpio,
Why do you don't think
Wiley.
Kaya? The thing that I relate to Kaya, she said, "T.S. Madison, you don't fuck with nobody. It don't mean I don't fuck with nobody, but kick them punks out your basement. Like it's like we just don't just go around mingling with people like that.
Right.
That's me. That's me. You don't see. They said we don't see Wiley outside. You don't. I be out in the streets at the bank, cashing a check, working, catching the bus, and not being in this debt, paying $800 for a car note. So
Wiley.
that's me. And if you can't handle Wiley mouth, and if you say you got your mind, you got to stop watching me. Something wrong with you. You keep watching somebody that's dragging you. You upset. Stop watching. I was never in the streets with you, right? So you shouldn't take what I say about you and make you upset. Stop watching. But you can't because I'm entertaining. Like
Wiley.
Oliver, he had to respond to me. Wiley, why are you lying on me? I never had a conversation with you. You're saying it's a storyline. I said, Oliver, when you sit there and you act like you're so rich on Chasing Atlanta,
I'm
that you got the Netflix deal and all of that,
I'm
you
never
throw
acting like I
shade
was
too.
rich. I've
You
never
always
acted.
act like you rich, but then on T.S. Mason's show,
But let me ask you this, Wiley. How
for
does
my
one
rent,
act like
my mama
how
had to pay my rent.
how
And
does
I said, thank
mm,
God for a biological mother, because these so-called gay mothers will leave you high and dry.
did
And
I
thank God for Mama Twist.
what Wiley? Can I ask you a question?
God is good. Go ahead.
How does one act like they're rich?
Well, it's not okay. Like this case in point, I have this Netflix deal. I have this. Like when you on the cast, you act like you are above them. That's how you act.
How does one?
But
How does one?
That's
How
how I'm
does one?
perceiving you.
But
people
no,
perceive,
I'm just
I was,
asking
I want
questions.
to, people perceive, and I will say this, when you have, when you have had experiences and your palate has been lifted and your career is going in a different directions, there are certain things that you just cannot do. You can't have the same arguments that you could a year
Oh
ago
no,
when you have
you
done
can't.
a Netflix. Why? Because now you have an agent. Now you have management. Now you have people saying to you, "Hey, okay, we're trying to get you booked in Anguilla in my K Michelle voice," and so you can't act a fool on a show that you want to do because you love the brand and you love what you're doing. So people may perceive, and I'm not defending Oliver, I'm just making a point. People may perceive him as being above or acting above because they can say the same thing about me,
Right.
which they did. But it's not that. It's just you have to carry yourself a different way because sometimes, not saying that the others don't, but sometimes you have more influence when you open your mouth than others do because more people are listening to what you have to say.
Right.
So,
Can I add to that too, Reese? I also
mhm.
think sometimes when people view you a certain way, there's nothing you can do to stop people from viewing you as you think you're above that. I've heard you guys up here, which I've greatly enjoyed this panel. I love having this water cooler talk about what reality is so fun. Um, you know, I've heard people talk about, oh, nobody's open doors, nobody's doing this. If you stack up the entire cast of Chasing Atlanta and you say who's done the most events, who's invited other people, who's taken their own resources or own aspects of their career and offered them,
You there?
when you quantify it, I've given to others the absolute most, and that's not bragging. That's a quantifiable. We can view, we can watch the episodes and count this and tally this up. However, we'll still have Wiley at 2:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time saying Oliver acts like he's above everybody. I personally believe that it's just a phenomenon in the black community, especially the gay black community, when someone does something or becomes an anomaly when compared to other people, and they are doing things that other people deem of value and of substance, and other people deem it above what other people are currently doing, then this person gets a stamp. Oh, they think they're this, they think they're that, they think they're this. What's the difference between my entire cast sitting down at the table and everyone, as they've done multiple times on the show, going around the table, and this person says, I'm cooking at this event, or I'm hosting this on my YouTube channel, or I'm watching this person dog. And when it gets to Oliver and he says what he's doing, oh well, I'm gonna be on Netflix next
Double
month.
standard.
That's not me acting rich. That's me joining in the conversation and participating the same way everyone is, just because you may deem what I am doing as more important than what everyone else is saying is no reflection of how I feel about what I'm doing. Because I just see it as what I'm doing as me going to work, as if I was a teacher going to go teach a fourth grade class. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
think a lot of times people are projecting their own viewpoint and their
insecurity.
own perspective and their own opinions on people that they're deeming who are acting above, or they're acting like this, or they're doing that. No, I just think sometimes people are viewing what that person does or what they have achieved or what they have access to now. They've given it a whole lot more value than what other people are doing, and now all of this opinion is being attached to them, which is my
Mhm.
personal belief.
Okay, wow, okay, I'm surprised. I'm glad I didn't cut you off. But I do want to address a few things, Oliver, because you did say
Who's this?
um
I'm sorry.
the only person, just look on the thing,
So
you'll figure it
raw.
out.
Well,
It's
I
only
know,
four of us up here.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but I know you. I know they said it was T Spiller and Trace Raw, and I'm not too familiar with y'all. Which one, like
Okay,
whose voice?
Trace around. Okay.
I got you.
Yeah, so you stated, because Wally said nothing about that. You said you don't know who said something about people opening doors. Well, that was Trace Raw TV. Trace Raw
No,
TV.
I know. I didn't say I know. I said the people up here have been talking a lot about
Oh
people
yeah,
opening the
okay.
doors.
Well, more so that was me. So I just want to address that. And I was gracious to give you the floor. I just want to address that as well. But for me, I said that because that's what I experienced from all the chasing people that I've met, that I've saw in person from Atlanta to Dallas. I was only able to see one. For me personally, with you, because I've heard maybe Rico and I think maybe one or two other people on your cast says you open doors. Would you mind giving an example for the people that say like, "Oh my gosh, Oliver has opened all these doors for me"? Because for me personally, when they say the people in Atlanta, I'll be confused with the doors that you're opening for them. So can you get like an example? Can you care to elaborate on the doors
Um,
opening on that, or?
I've never used that. I think me saying I think anyone saying I've opened a door for anybody else is crazy. That is egotistical, narcissistic vocabulary that has never left my mouth. I think that is crazy. Um, to say you've opened a door for somebody, I think that's just a little cocky. So I won't use that verbiage. What I will say, if you've asked me how I've tried to collaborate and offer things from myself to my other castmates, season 5, there was a sold out concert that I was the headliner for, that was sold out before I announced any people from my cast, that I did invite my cast to come perform in, which I didn't have to. I put up almost close to over $1,000 to produce Chasing the Beat season 5, that no one from my cast contributed, which was totally fine, because it was something I just really wanted to do at the time. I thought it was going to be the final season of Chasing. That I wrote out the entire show, edited it, got the plays, came up with the idea. It involved my entire cast, from people performing to speaking to being a part of it to dancing. She's done that. I've given people free verses. I've I've posted people on my page and tagged them.
The
I've
crew.
given people social media advice, money making advice, reality TV advice, chasing Atlanta advice. I don't know. She's done quite a bit for my people, to help them, in my opinion.
Hey, Oliver, this tea's billable. I do want to say when you were talking about like about the people think you better than them and all that stuff. The reason I feel like that, the people who came to me and saying something, they said that you'll be like, these girls on Atlanta ain't doing nothing. I'm doing this, and they're over there watching dogs, and it's like you downplay what they do. So it's like, even though you're on Netflix and we can't vouch that you did do all that stuff, but it's like you're up here and they're down here, and that's how they came and told me, the ones who I talked to on that cast
Which
said
I
that
get.
they make you make them feel like they're smaller by like saying you're doing this grand stuff and they ain't doing this because they watching dogs, or they rapping, and the next day they busting silverware at Taco Mac. You know what I'm saying?
Um, I can't ever remember me talking about Dominique washing dogs, because Dominique has a great
No,
business washing dogs.
I'm using that. I'm using that as an example. Like, hey, like
I got
you would say like you're
you.
doing this and they're doing this.
I
Like what you're doing is
mean,
better than them.
we're all see, and again, this is where it comes when people view someone as the star or the leader or whatever. Different meanings get assigned to what they do, and I think Reese G can also attest to this. Everybody on Chasing Atlanta reads down. Oliver Twist gets read. Oliver Twist gets
Hmm.
read down by people. People talk hella shit about me, but when I talk hella shit about people, it's me looking down on
But
them. But what is it
don't
when you
say
do it to me?
Yeah, but the one I'm telling you, the cast, the one said a
I
lot about you. I know y'all not in a
understand.
good place, but they'll come back and say like Oliver is a real nasty bitch behind the scenes.
Um,
He played his character in front of the camera like he this uppity, nice. I'm gonna put you in this door, but Oliver really don't look out for the interests of nobody on our cast.
can
I
That's what.
mean, if
I want to
if
make a comment.
if that's how that person feels, that's their experience, and I respect it. I acknowledge it, and that's their experience. I know the good things that other people say, and I just choose to focus on that. You can't make everybody happy, just the same way
Yeah,
you
like
can't make everybody
yeah,
happy. You can't make everybody happy. I know in my heart I'm not setting out to do anyone harm. And when anyone is adult and mature enough to come and speak to me, as some of those people have, and have made me aware about how I'm making them feel, and specifically what I am doing and saying that makes them feel that way, I do my very best to correct it. However, even with all of that mature things going on, you can't make everybody happy, and I'm not striving to make people happy. For those that I can make happy, great. For those who view me as you just described it, I understand,
yeah.
and let's not mix lanes. You stay over there and I stay over here.
Yeah, like I
And
said,
then too,
they cannot knock your accolades. You do the
Thank
stuff.
you,
We always say that.
Dominique, who
We
says
said on our when we talk
in the
about you,
comments.
you do
Oliver,
stuff. They can't knock none of your accolades. But it just come off like to me sometimes that you feel like you better than them. Maybe that's how the show perceive you. I don't know you in real life, but how the show puts you out there, and when you be talking on the show, it come off that way to
um,
me.
I
I don't feel like I talk any more trash than anybody else on that show. And thank you, Dominique, for shouting. Dominique says in the comment, Oliver does a lot of genuine things behind the scenes, and I definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Everybody's talk shit. people. Do we not watch Chasing Atlanta? People drag me up and down by my gray patch and my lensless glasses. So again, I just feel like when Oliver says something, it becomes this big old bombshell. Like, oh my God, I can't believe Oliver said that. But this person just literally lied and said this, and we're supposed to be okay with it they're because that person's life is more to me, and this is just my opinion. I feel like because this person's life closely resembles the viewer or this particular person viewing, and it makes them comfortable, then their reads is just laughter. But this person who we are deeming is more successful or has these accolades, because they're reading, we're deeming it as them looking down on us.
Right. But Oliver though, but that like, and I'm glad you brought that point up. But like, you even did shows with my former roommate and friend Theo and his sister, and that's the same energy. And what she told me, like, you had that nasty energy, and you know,
Oh no, oh no. On Enemy
like,
for Twix. Oh yeah, I was definitely furious about a
right?
whole
But
lot of
she said
things.
he was so nasty, and I was like, that's Oliver, girl.
Oh
She's
no,
one of them girls. Even when I
I could
met you in
definitely see that
Atlanta,
coming
you
from
was jacking
Topanga.
people. You was like, I don't visit here. I don't patron. I'm like,
Visit
Wait,
where?
who said that?
Visit
like
where?
that
Visit
back
where?
in the day when we met, we took a picture back way back in the day. We had met. You was sweet, but then you got like, I don't hang here. I do this. I'm bougie. Like, you had met my cousin at the time. This before he got on crystal meth. Pray for him. He's a crystal meth addict now. And so, but before that, you was like bougie. Like, but that's you. You like, you literally, you're educated, and you're such an amazing reality star. You still do a lot of remix. That's you. But you still act like you're above the girls. In some instances, you
I
are above. Like you
mean,
know, you got more money than Kendra. You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
know
You
if
definitely,
I have more money than
you do
Kendra. I
have
don't
more
know
money
that.
than Kendra.
I
Girl,
don't
let's
know
not
that.
play this game. Let
We
us
don't
be
know
honest.
that. But
Let's
see,
just,
but see, but see, look, you literally just proved my point. I literally just said I don't know if I have more money than Kendra. I think that's a little crazy to say.
you do.
But we
That
don't know.
woman just got.
We honestly do not know that. We do not know that. But
Let's.
because you view what
She's
I
a
do
drug
to
dealer.
be
Do you
but
know if
hold
you got a
on, hold
house or a
on.
car?
To prove
Shit.
my point,
That's
because
hard to
because you
get that
view what
shit.
I do as more value than what she does, it is assumed that I have more money than her. And I'm telling you, I'm no different than her. I'm no different than nobody. Nothing. Dominique going to go watch Missy Elliott's dog is no different than Oliver going to go. Why is that funny?
Girl, now how you know she on tour? She
Why is
could
that
have been
funny?
scrubbing and doing her hair. Girl, how you
But
know the
why is
girl
that
was scrubbing
funny?
the dog child on
But
tour?
why? But why is that funny? Like I'm.
Uh,
Why is that funny?
uh, uh, that's what people talking about with you,
But that's
Oliver.
not shade.
You know
Dominique.
that shade.
That's
But
shade.
Dominique
You know that
literally said.
shade.
It's
But
not
Dominique.
shade.
How is that shade when Dominique literally happily claims he washes her dog? There's nothing wrong with washing her
It's not.
dog.
And then the way you saying it,
It's how you're saying it.
it's coming off comedic, very like comedic.
But I'm not. But I'm literally telling you right now in this moment, I'm not reading. I'm
They
literally
said
saying,
scrubbing
right.
Missy
Thank you.
dog is
Thank you,
not a
everybody
reach.
in the comments.
Get
That's
out
not
there.
shade. If that's how that boy makes his money, that's not shade.
I'm weak. And then they talk some scrubbing Missy dog is not a reach. Listen, y'all girls are gagging. That come on now. Because first off, he could have been on tour doing so. How you know he didn't get upgraded to something
But
else? We don't know what
okay,
that man
That's
on
how
tour. He
you
okay,
just put it
know,
on tour
though.
okay.
Missy.
So let's stop. So let's stop right fast and let's walk through this very slowly. Dominique is a proud dog groomer, right? Right?
Right,
Right?
He say he don't take
right.
no offense. I'm kidding
Right?
myself.
He is a proud person who owns. First of all, he is a gay black young man who owns a business that he created and that he operates and that he does full time. Right?
Right.
He's also been able to segue that into providing that service to top celebrities that he has done for years. He's claimed this openly on Chasing Atlanta as a part of his trophy case for
Outro.
years. Oliver Twix, in this present moment, finds nothing comedic or shady or an attempt to be shady.
And this
To,
one I want to say to you, Oliver.
to
Okay, since you uplift and that's your cast member, y'all on cast together. Does he wash your dog? Do
um,
you support his business? He
I,
on your cast, and
if
he a gay black man on the show with you. And if you Oliver Twist, Why he not watching your dog?
Um, Dominique, if you're still watching, can you answer that for me? If you're still watching, is
Because this is
Dominique
a
still
big.
watching?
I know he bought his business. If he won't, he watch dogs. So you got a dog. You on the
So are you
cast.
so okay, so let me ask you this. Are you asking me a question or are you already assuming the
No, I'm
answer?
just asking you why. I'm asking you a question like why
So
does he not
so
watch
the
your
answer
dog?
to your question is when Cookie isn't being watched by her father, which is me, or she's not at the
But
vet
supporting
get
black, he on your
hold
cast.
on, my
Support
honey.
him.
Can I answer the question?
Yeah, you can. My
When
bad.
Cookie isn't getting a bath by me, which is her father, or she's not at the vet getting her treatment there. Dominique is the only other person who sees Cookie, and he does see Cookie when he can come see Cookie because he's busy. I do support him, and every time when Dominique comes to my house and tells me not to pay him, I still pay him. So yes, I do support this young black
Okay, that's what's
female
up.
I
business
just
That was
want to
I had to ask
know for
that.
the docket, is Dominique still single? Dominique, answer that question. But honestly, I will say this, Oliver. You don't see the shade. I see the shade. That's why I like it. This is how I be laughing on screen when you be that way.
Well,
Because you're
it's
very
not.
shady.
I see how you take it as
Okay.
shade. I see how you view what I'm saying as comedic, and I respect that. But my only ask is the same way that I can acknowledge and respect that you view what I'm saying as comedic and shady. My only
Mm.
ask in us having this dialogue is if I'm telling you I'm not being shady right now in this moment, to at least accept that as my truth. I'm not shading Dominique. That's my boy. I have no reason to shade Dominique. Me saying him going to go watch. The point I was trying to make was the same way that Dominique is proud to say that this is what he does in his career.
Yes.
When Oliver says this is what he's doing in his career, just because the people at home view what I'm doing as more of a value and something to brag about, does not mean that I think what I'm doing is better than that. Like it's I feel like more of these things lie in the viewing audience and the perception they have than us at home. I mean, than us actually filming this. Like I literally was about to. I can't remember what was the original point I was trying to make about Dominique and his business, but because you view that as me being shady, it went into a whole nother place. But I'm like, I'm not trying to be shady at all.
No, but I was just judging about on that boy because honestly, you are a intelligent man. You have reached out to me in the email when we had our back and forth. I love talking about like I was gagging at the point of UNTS Madison. I was like I couldn't even control my things in my mouth because it was so funny and I love talking about it. But at the end of the day, like, what was your response to Armand? Because he said Oliver trying to be the superstar. He trying to be the it girl. He want to be a celebrity.
Oh,
He want to work. He would never be that girl. Just you're a great editor. This is why I don't hire. And then he said you
well,
wanted to work with him. And like I always want to know what's your thoughts to your response to Armand when he said that stuff about you on his channel.
you know, I mean, it's really no difference than me on my YouTube channel talking about Tyra Banks.
Okay.
Like if that's what Armand wants to talk about, that's what he wants to talk about. I know I've never disrespected him. I know I've never said nothing negative about him. I've never like me and him have never been in a place of words. He did a live years ago when
Yep, I
when
remember.
Geo came out and he like dragged me.
Yes, he did.
And I saw him in LA after that when we filmed Turned Out with T.S. Madison. I was the one who was on set directing that day. And I spoke to him, directed him. There was no energy. I don't really know. And to be quite honest, Wiley, I don't really care. Like people are gonna talk negative. That's what they do. Like that's literally his job.
Yeah, because yeah.
I know what the truth is. Like Madison would tell you, anything that people deem as clout chasing, Madison is the one who offered me those things. I never asked Madison to let people know that I was creating her stuff. She told the world that. I never asked to be on her reality TV show. She decided that. I never asked to be the person over her Fox Soul show. She asked for that. Anything that has ever been associated with me, honestly, actually, anything that's ever been associated with Oliver Twix ever in his career, and I have the receipts to prove I've never asked for it. There's only 3 things in my career that I have asked for. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
The first thing that I ever asked for was to work with Funky Dineva. I applied for that.
Yeah.
The next thing that I asked for was The Circle, was my audition tape for The Circle. I actually was going to say Chasing Atlanta, but Reese G
And you talk about the circle for TV1, right?
the circle for Netflix. Working
Oh,
with Funky
okay.
Dineva, working with Funky Dineva, and me being on Netflix are the only two things in my career that I've ever asked to receive. Everything else was given to me, or was it came. I manifested it.
Okay.
I never asked to work with any
Yeah,
celebrity.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you
Please,
said that.
thank you.
Because like
I've never asked
that was like a
T.S.
success.
Madison, T.S. Madison, anything that Oliver has ever done with T.S. Madison, T.S. Madison picked up the phone and text or called me. Dr. Heavily picked up the phone and called me. Candy Burris picked up the phone and called me. Miss Pat picked up the phone and called me. Fox Soul picked up the phone and called me. WeTV picked up the phone and called me twice. ABC picked up the phone and called me. The
But did you
only two
regret
people walking
like
around this earth that can say Oliver Twix picked up the phone and called them. Well, shit, Armand, Funky Dineva, and Netflix.
I'm glad because he said he's trying to. I'm glad you got the point. Only thing I was gonna ask. I was like, when you had worked with Theo and the trip, I was gonna ask Theo about it. Like, I don't want to do this trip because I really, really wanted to be a part of it because you got my favorite group from Atlanta. We Were Born. I think they're so underrated as a musical entity. But I love like the show. Like you were lit, but a lot of people didn't understand your energy.
I mean,
I think
which is totally okay.
yeah.
But I understood my energy, which is that's all I needed, you know?
Yeah, I just had to clear it up, but you know how I am. You get me, you understand,
Yeah, Wiley, I don't take your ass
because
serious,
you've
you
been
know?
knowing me for a long
I've known you
time
for a good
about
little minute.
yeah. So this ain't the first. So I've always said that and talk about people and everything of that nature. But I just think like on Chasing Dallas or something. I know you probably wasn't a part of the casting for this season. Would that be accurate? Because I know season 4 you was
Oh,
a part of it.
no, I didn't do anything for this season of Chasing Dallas. No.
Yo, and my thing is like, cause like somebody asked me about fucking or whatever the case may be. But I did see you on Gay Magazine. I did see that, like, because they interviewed Funky, then even, and I saw when you embraced T.S. Madison, so I know, okay, it's love there. So y'all patched up whatever misunderstanding y'all had.
I mean, but
But
I honestly feel like, again, like I said in my video, I feel like the world added more, has been adding more meaning to all of this. And I mean, for the same people who says I'm not the it girl, it's like, well, damn, every video has my name in it. Every vlog you're talking about me, so I must be doing something because there's a whole bunch of other people doing a bunch of shit that no one's reporting
no,
on. So the fact that I'm constantly being talked about or being used must mean that I am the IT. Even if I don't believe it, you believe it. Clearly, in my opinion.
absolutely.
And so when I see those things, Wally, they don't make me upset, honestly, because I'm happy every day I wake up. And
Because
I love
even when I talk about you and I criticize, I still respect your work ethic as an editor, as a storyteller. As I remember when you started doing, that American Next Top Model, me people dogged you, said this ain't gonna pick up, but that content really picked
it
up,
made
and
it made its way all the way to ABC,
to
currently
document right.
streamable on Hulu.
Yeah, I was about to get into that, and I was like, you have did so where you became a producer, you went against the grain, and you just started your own thing. And it's not too many great editors can match commentary skills. Like your commentary skills match your editing skills, and
Well,
I love how you can deliver content.
and
Like for real, bro.
and
Honestly,
And here's the thing too, Wiley, and I challenge you the next time you write an article about me to use this handle. I'm more than an editor, you know?
Wait, you're more than that. You are a visionary and everything. And the people that wrote that on that, I don't
I
update it.
am
I'm gonna do more
a
for you.
creator
You
who's
are creative,
been
yeah,
extremely successful, one
very.
as a
Okay,
personality.
and a singer.
I,
You went
I've
did musical.
I've experienced success as a musician.
You're a Morehouse grad.
I've experienced success as a
Yeah,
businessman,
I'll give you that. I give you that. I give you that.
and I've experienced success in creating content for some of your favorite
And then
celebrities.
also too with Darius, it's like people say because the doors that you open up, how I look, how you brought your best friend on,
Two of them, both of
right.
them.
But I'm just more so looking into his story because he have a children book out, and I never would have known that if it wasn't for you bringing him along to work, y'all work together. I've known him through you, and I'm falling in love with his that style because there's not too many people in the Black gay community that want to get into children books and really
Yeah.
do that. So I thank you for that. So even though I can get shady, but I do see everything, the good, the bad, the ugly. I see it all. But I understand people say Wiley don't uplift people. I do. I brought K Star just on my show a couple of days ago.
I like
Um
K Star.
to
Chasing
talk about his music, to promote his music to my part
Chasing the
and bought his
Beat.
music.
Chasing the Beat just saw almost over a dozen LGBTQ plus people get injected into almost 15,000 views.
Yeah, that's
You,
iconic
you know
because
what I'm saying? And so
it's greatly needed for gay artists
and
because
so when
they don't get
people
that.
when people critique me, I mean, do I hear and see everything? I surely do. But honestly, I know I know the good that my work is doing, you know? And I can't control what people think or say about me. I'm never, honestly, Wiley, can I be real with you?
Mm-hmm.
All my life, this Oliver y'all see right now this has always been the phenomenon. I've always experienced this. And what I'm about to say now, what I'm about to say is going to sound real cocky, but this is my experience.
There's no
Now, this
experience.
is
Go
going to
ahead.
sound cocky, but fuck it. I've always, in my personal opinion, I've grown used to being, what I'm about to say, but I feel like, what's a nice way I can say this?
Just
I'm
go on and say
used
it.
to people disliking me just because of what I do and who I am and how other people view me. I'm it happened in high school, it happened in middle school, it's happened within my family structure. Like, these are things that I'm used to. So now that I'm an adult and it's happening on a larger scale with more people involved, I already know how to approach it because I've dealt with these people in high school who in their adult years come to me and say, you know what, at my classroom saying, bitch, we was just jealous that we wasn't as smart as you, or teachers didn't talk about us the way they talked about you and stuff like that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can't I'll be I'll be honestly broke and poor and struggling in everything I did if I gave my attention to people who had negative things to say about me.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I
I like that.
honestly feel like where a lot of people in web reality fuck up. And I've tried to tell people on my cast, and I've tried to tell other people, like, in this web reality world, it is a perfect place for you to jumpstart your career because there have been success. Now it's only a handful of us, but there's been people who've come through here and have really jumpstarted their careers. But the main thing that people fail each time is caring the fuck about what a Wiley got to say about them. And
That's
this
true.
is no offense to you, Wiley,
No, no,
because
no.
I
I know
enjoy
what you're
you,
talking about.
and I think you're funny. But who the fuck cares about this nigga that you've never met, that you never knew has to say the fuck
Uh-huh.
about you? Who the fuck cares? You
I
shouldn't fucking care.
I think
Your brain and your heart and your soul and your spirit should be so focused on your dreams and putting food in your stomach and getting your career and your life
you hear
and
that,
your
Markel?
quality of life to the next level, that what people say, negative or positive, should not affect you. What you say, I say this on Chase Land. I used to say this on Chase Land all the time. What you think about yourself and what the Lord says about you is all you need. It's a hard principle to make tangible to a lot of people, but it's the only thing you really need. The devil will send distractions to you, YouTube vlogs, people dragging you, saying this line on you, saying you're getting peed on and stuff like that to distract you. It's a fucking, thank you, dear. It's a trap. It is a trap that so many people get caught up in. The doors of Chasing Atlanta, I'm gonna shut up. The doors of Chasing Atlanta are officially closed as of right now, right?
Yeah.
Now this what the people say, she thinks she all that, but just follow me. The doors of Atlanta are officially closed. Do a survey of every cast member that's ever been on there when they came on the show and where they are now, and do a comparison.
Yeah, I did a comparison. You're the only one that's pretty much doing it.
I wouldn't say I'm the only one because that's
No,
not
you're
true.
only the few. It's only I can name them, but I'm not gonna be shady. But since you on the air,
The point, I ain't gonna say that, but my
you
point
on
is,
here. But
my
it's the truth though. It ain't too many.
the my point is, and this is just my opinion, I feel like those people who have focused on the drum, like, honestly, and I'm not even trying to be funny. Chasing Atlanta, let's just say Chasing Atlanta gets a good 100,000 views. right? For example, let's use this last season. Chase in Atlanta was getting like 70,000, 80,000, 90,000, right? The next most watched thing after that, probably between the live after show and my weekly reviews, on a good week is tapping out at 20. The next people after that, the Wileys and all this other stuff, and this is no shade, is probably tapping out at 5,000, 2,000, 3,000, 7,000, maybe. Why the fuck would you care about what this blogger or this piece of information is saying negative about you at this view amount when you have over 100,000
Let
people?
me tell you why.
Tell me why.
Because a lot of
Because
people,
I don't understand.
there's not a lot of people talking about it and reviewing those shows. There's not hundreds. When you see the Real Housewives, it's a lot of people that talk about the Housewives. There's a handful that talk about chasing. The same thing when Armand get upset going on Cran Raps when I diss him is because how many people are talking about you? I will wait.
But see,
So you watch people. I'm telling you, Oliver, I'm on the side and people tell me, they said, Wiley, I Google myself. People do it all the time. And when you put their name in a headline and they watch it and they trigger it. I'm telling you, Markel was at dinner today.
no, I
Told Trey to
understand.
call me. So, and no views. And mind you, I get the lowest views talking about Chasing Dollars because my audience is not gay men. They are mostly women. I got a handful of gay viewers. But I still talk about it because I'm entertained by watching it. But they be pissed just by a snippet of me saying something. They're angry. And they're at dinner. They want me outside. They want to see me. They want to touch me, you
But
know.
it's just,
They want to cause
and
harm with
that's
a chicken wing.
and that's why I'm just, and I personally feel like that's the downfall of a lot of the web reality people. Okay, let's even be more real. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
What's the baby name? Trace Raw. I don't watch his content, but I do get Google alerts where Trace Raw mentions me like at least once a week. At one point, it was almost like every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I had the mindset of all these other people, when I got up here tonight, it would be fuck you, motherfucker, where you at? Let me see you. But honestly, to me, that's the job that baby chose for himself. If that's what he want to do, that's what he wants to do with his time. It's no different than me being on YouTube talking about Tyra or talking about whatever reality TV show I'm talking about. There's really no difference. And at the end of the day, I know what the truth is because I am the person that knows the truth about this person. So whatever somebody else is saying, honestly, to me, does not matter. Like it don't matter because I know Adweek Top 100 got Oliver Twist in its top 10 list. I know what my YouTube numbers are doing. I know what my emails are giving. I know what kind of work I'm doing every day. Someone who doesn't know anything like that, not even interested in promoting anything positive about me, who's only going to say negative things, why should I honestly care?
Because let me tell you, I don't believe because a lot of people there they just weak. They weak minded. When I
And
talked
you
about Nicki
can't be.
Minaj, the story that I talked about Nicki Minaj today got almost over 200,000 views on X. Because you got to be on every social media platform. I've learned that through your deal that you have with Facebook, talking about the importance of being a content creator on Facebook and how to maximize your reach on these social media. I told you I do my
You so
homework.
sweet, Wiley.
So I post everywhere.
So
And so
stop
on
saying that
YouTube,
I'm just an editor, you
right?
bitch, okay?
Well, I got you. And so
Because I
on
ain't
my
never
X
called
account,
you caca.
well, but they do. I actually like it because you grow in more views. Because today I posted this video yesterday, early at 9:32 a.m. That video on X got 224,000 views. Me talking about Nicki Minaj. So again, I just think what people have to understand, and you don't see Nicki going on rants. Her fans are triggered. They still fall for the okie doke. It's just people. It's a form of psychology. If you go against them, you're gonna watch it. I watch people that diss me and drag me, but I know how to take it and respond to make a coin out of it. You know what I
Which is
mean? So I just think
smart.
those people on chasing, unfortunately, like they told Trey, he don't go outside. He got beat up outside the building. Oh, I love that because you know what I'm gonna do tomorrow? I'm gonna have a headline about them eating dinner, thinking about Wiley, and I'm not a cast member on the show, but I'm gonna pretend like I'm a cast member by just inserting myself into the conversation.
which is
And I'm
smart.
gonna continue. It worked.
But
All of the
see,
people that
but see,
came in.
but see, but see, you see what you're doing, Wiley, which is my point. Your focus is expanding your brand and expanding your
Oh, absolutely.
platform.
Absolutely, yeah.
So even in you being a messy bitch, you're still
Absolutely.
focused on expanding your brand and your platform.
Yeah.
A lot of
That's what it's
people
about.
in the web reality and even the black YouTube space is not about expanding the brand or the platform. It's
No.
about getting back at
They
another bitch. And
yeah,
I'm
get it
just
back.
and I'm looking and I'm like, no, it cannot be this way. You need to focus on your craft.
And
Because
you
after
shouldn't be,
this
and
beef
the
is
producers of the
done,
show shouldn't be worried about throwing hands on Wiley and
no,
having his cast
you
members to go to
shouldn't.
prison. Because in Texas, I mean, you did see the tape on the news of me in the library. I don't think that you should trigger. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't think you should trigger that type of individual that did that in front of white people. What do you think he's going to do if you trigger him and provoke him to defend himself when he did that to those library books? So again, I just think Markel is messy and he shouldn't be having dinner.
I don't
And
even
you
know
can
what
have
happened.
dinner. Eat your
Wiley, I don't
Popeye
even want to
chicken.
know.
But why insert me
Wiley.
talking about Wiley don't go outside?
Wiley.
I don't need to go outside. I go outside every
Wiley.
day.
Wiley.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't know what happened. I don't want to know what happened, okay?
You're gonna know tomorrow. Don't worry, I'm gonna tag you in it.
No, and I'm
I'm gonna add T.S. Madison to the headline too, because T.S. Madison never had dinner and told Oliver, call Wiley right now and tell him to meet me outside. T.S. Madison never did. The only
oh
thing she did, she called
Wiley,
me, stayed in
Lord
the basement.
Jesus.
She called me a cockeyed demon. I knew she was talking about me because ain't nobody all little cockeyed. I know you talk about me. So that's a great
Wiley,
look. But other than
Wiley.
that, I'm in love with y'all. I love y'all. I think y'all should let me host Chasing Dallas, but you know, we get
Why
great
you say
iconic.
I don't got nothing to do with
I'm
chasing
just saying in
Dallas?
public. When I say it out loud, they're in the bushes. I'm just talking. But I'm glad you're here. And another point before I close, because I love you. When you got up there, this is what I knew you had a heart. When you apologized to Kendra, and then you work with Kendra because that beef was real, and you just like, girl, just let her have her moment. I F with that. And you work with her. Even when she trashed you and dissed you and did a diss record, you still tried, you still helped her. You still was
Yeah,
there for her.
because
And
it's
that's what I F with. Because I remember that she really hated your guts. And I think it was a misunderstanding, but you definitely still at the all when the smoke was done, you was like, hey girl, I'm here to help you for your
yeah,
music.
because honestly, it's gonna sound real cliche, but that's what God would want me to
Yeah,
do. You know,
I did. I
I'm
got to give it.
never
I have to
I'm
give it.
never gonna do anything that I feel like he don't want me to do. And a lot of times people my friends be getting upset with me and mad with me, but I'm like, listen, I don't give a fuck about y'all humans on this earth. I don't give a fuck about y'all like that, to care, to give a fuck. You know, I don't give a fuck about y'all. I don't want to fall into the hands of an angry God because I've seen God, every bitch that's ever come up against me, every bitch that's ever lied about me, lied on me, tried to fuck with me, throw some dirt on my name, set me up, hurt or harm me. I have seen each and every single last one of them with my own two eyes fall and crumble. And many of them have came back and apologized to me and said, Oliver, what I said and did was wrong and I apologize. I don't want to fall into the hands of an angry God. So when anybody's ever doing something antagonistic to me, that's actually when you're probably gonna get the most niceness out of me because that's what the word of God says. When your enemy does these things, you're supposed to bless them. Now, that's what God says, and I'm gonna always follow what He say. Even though I'll be wanting to curse,
Mm,
burn, churn, and fillet, my flesh be wanting to. But I deeply, strongly do love the Lord, and I strive every day never to do anything that I need to get down on my knees and apologize for, especially towards another human. If I'm gonna be repentant, it's gonna be some shit I did with me, about me, for me, only with me. It ain't gonna be towards no other motherfucker. Ain't nobody on this earth that grand or great for me to
you're
sacrifice.
right.
And it just don't shake that way. And so as it relates to Kendra, I've always thought me and Kendra I always like Kendra. You know, when she called herself, not you also got to think back to like season 4, which her and I would get into this Sunday. Me and her are talking. Kendra called me before season 4 started, and she was like, girl, what are we doing?" And I was like, "Kendra, I don't got no beef with you." She asked me certain questions about, was this a diss song? What's this? I was like, "Girl, no, I wasn't talking about you." Da, 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 da. And we were cool. The next thing I know, it was Free Lil Kendra, and it was Fuck Me Again. So all of season 4, I'm trying to understand what has changed between us having this phone call before the season started, and now the season has started, and now it's all of this.
You
I
think
was
you think
confused.
that it was her manager like putting that in her ear to
I
be
don't
like,
know. I guess we'll find out this Sunday. I don't know.
mm.
So, and a lot of times, honestly, these people be more upset at me than I really give a fuck. You know, I don't really be caring. I
Yeah,
really
because you
don't be
don't.
caring.
It
And
ain't
maybe I
really that
should
deep.
care.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to care, but I just don't be caring. To me, it really don't be that serious. I don't give a fuck. So once you calm down and you want to be nice and you want to be cool, come back around here and we gonna make some money. We gonna do some magic. Because honestly, us working together is way more profitable and way more successful than us being enemies. There's a shorter lifespan to us being foes than us actually collaborating
Oh,
together.
I believe that. I believe that. That's
Yeah.
why. That's why I don't. When I talk about chasing dollars, it have to be a balance. Just like they talk about the success of JC and him having his photography company. He want to do a makeover of the Wiley Show, and we're gonna work with that. I love that, and I'm gonna get his your Darius his children book because I feel like we have to support our own, and if we
You,
don't, how do we expect other forces or other groups of people to support if we don't
you
support? So
you
just like
should support him. You should support him by running his commercial through your next live show. It's only 40 seconds. You can afford it.
of course,
Open the
yeah,
door, Wiley. Open the door.
of course. He never
Open
asked me
the
if he want me to post this commercial. I most definitely
I
do.
want you, but I want you to post
Okay,
it.
yeah, most definitely. I can definitely make that happen.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think you do. I think you
I
can
can
make that
definitely
happen
make it
for
happen.
me.
And I will ask the women in my chat that have children, like
Yes.
for them
Yeah,
to.
buy the book.
I
Considering all
would
the
tell them.
hundreds of dollars my name and your headlines have made you, at least you can, do this for me. I think that'd be good.
Yeah. And you, yeah. But I thank you. No, this was fun. I wasn't expecting you, Oliver, because you don't do it. The last time you came here, Wiley, why are you lying or me? Why are you
Yes, Wally,
lying?
because I don't like when you do that. Because like I try to support you because I know I've always tried to support you because I know how other people view you and talk about you, and I think you're
I don't wear
funny. But
but
it's like, okay, Wiley, if I'm the only person, I won't say the only person, but if I'm one of the people that's over here trying to ride with you and stick with you, can if you gonna report on me, at least just tell the truth. Stop lying, you know?
well, you had to come on and defend yourself and correct information. So if you did that, that's fine. But for me, like I don't have to talk about the gays that much. Like when I saw your mother, your former employer, TS Match at the show, it was really good. I wanted to have a
Wiley, can you stop
conversation.
calling that lady my employer?
Your former employer.
But she was never my employer.
Well, yes, she was. She
No,
did.
she
She booked
wasn't.
you. She paid you for
But
services. So she
she
wasn't your boss.
no, we worked together.
Okay, but she paid you for your services,
Yeah,
correct?
but we
Okay.
work together.
Okay.
An employee means there's a contract signed and there's the title and there's
So
roles and there's a
that was
hierarchy
your
and
client. Okay, that was
yes,
your client.
she was a
Okay.
client. She was a collaborator, but the only employee of Oliver is Eddie
Okay. Well, Funky
Zimmerlis
Night
Oliver
Neva
Jr.
wasn't your boss. That was your. Would that be considered to be your boss when you was working for him?
You want to know the truth to you about Oliver and Funky Dineva? Can I be very honest with you? You ready? I've never said this. Maybe I have said this, but I've never said it. Like I don't think people have ever listened to me. Du- During the years of quote unquote Oliver being Funky Dineva's assistant, I can't tell you one fucking thing I
Oh,
assisted. And I was
wow.
waiting. Which is actually is really okay. I mean, I did some stuff here and there like graphic work for
So
him.
yeah, you did
But
great. I
honestly,
could tell. Yeah.
but I mean, in the year that I was his quote unquote assistant, I probably did 40 hours worth of assistant work. Honestly, a lot of it was us just hanging out or him just having me around him. So on paper, yes, he would have been, but that wasn't the setup at all. Like, it really wasn't the setup. That
But
wasn't
I
the
remember
setup.
you when you first came on my show, and I was in Chicago,
and you talked about your love for him. And
Yeah, he's a dope
how
person.
you worked.
He's one of the realest people on YouTube.
Even though he dragged me in an email, that's fine because it is what it is. I personally, I love that we had this conversation. I love the gay community, even though some of them can't take me. That's fine. They're not my target audience. Black women is, and they get it. Um, I will continue to talk about Chasing Dallas tomorrow. I will be reviewing it, and we'll be talking about the flop smear campaign that had against Ressie G and Wiley.
But
We're gonna expose the flop. It was a major
but
flop smear
here's the thing also too, Wiley, that I challenge you. You ready?
You go ahead and challenge me. I'm
You
sorry.
ready? My challenge to you, as one of the few voices in this space
Uh-huh.
speaking on gay people of color's content,
Mm-hmm.
while you critique them,
Mm-hmm.
as someone, as you guys have professed on this panel about opening the doors and helping them out and doing all those things, as you critique them and as you read them, actually no, as you read them, give them a critique. You know, say, if y'all are doing this so bad, why don't you do this to improve? You know, because it is, as at what originally motivated me to come up here was to say was, it is hard for a lot of them to get critiqued by people that look like them and that talk like them and that come from the same struggles and experiences as they do. And we're all here on YouTube trying to get to a space that mainstream white heterosexual media says that our black asses, gay, lesbian, tranny asses have no places
That's
being.
true.
And so when you come into
That's
a
true.
space like web reality on black YouTube, surrounded by other people who look like you, who've had experiences like you, who want the same things and who go through the same struggles and ups and downs that you do, to hear them dissect you in the way that you and other people have, it is a little bit harder because it's like, well, damn, bitch, I expect it to come from these people who will burn all of us up to a fucking crisp if this was the Holocaust. But to somebody that looks like me, it is a little bit harder. And everybody doesn't have the Oliver Twist mindset where it's like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I got $1 in my pocket. I'm finna go get me a pizza. I don't give a damn. So I do challenge you that while I don't want you to change your formula, but if you are saying that you want to be a person in the community and you're professing this holding of the door, as you critique the people that look like you, that sound like you, that struggle just like you, that strive and desire just like you, give them something a little bit to help them up and to uplift them. The same way
Mm-hmm.
you wanted T.S. Madison and Funky Dineva to acknowledge you and extend their services, not their services, but their platform and who they are to you. Do that for somebody else.
I would definitely do that because I feel like
At
that's.
least try.
No. I'm definitely gonna. I would promise I would try for that, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it today because I kind of triggered with the dinner. I'm probably not gonna do that today. I probably would have did that if they did all that show up eating their chicken wings and telling me come outside. So that means you want the smoke, and I don't like that. Like, don't do that. But go ahead. I'm just because this is all entertainment for me because I love talking about people. But I do uplift people. Oliver, I uplift you. I said get your music. Uh, the book, I promote people all the time. I bring people on the show all the time. Like K-Star was just on the show and people was buying his records. I play his music on Stationary, introduced them to Stationary. He didn't know that existed. So I do great stuff. But my thing is, I love telling jokes. And I don't just talk about web reality series. I talk about everybody on the internet. Trump, Kamala Harris, Sleepy Joe Biden.
I
Everybody
get
gets
it.
it.
I
Everybody.
get
But
it.
I thank you for calling. I'm just gagged and shocked that you decide to come on in the middle of the night, and that's gonna be at least an hour worth of a segment, me dissecting
Ye-
that tomorrow.
Yes, and in that segment where you're making your money off of my name again,
Here
I
we
want you
go.
to
Here
run
we go.
King Darius's
Of
book
course I'm gonna run that.
commercial.
You know I'm gonna run that, absolutely. And I'm gonna do better than that. I'm gonna buy his book on live and I'm gonna tell my moderators and the people that I know personally through YouTube to say, hey, I'm gonna post in the group chat, hey, like purchase his book because
Yeah.
It's so much I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna keep my thoughts about Darius and everything. I'm gonna say it on YouTube. No, buckle your seatbelt, cause this mouth. I'm funny. This is what I do, Oliver. Like I tell it.
I
Well,
mean,
you
Wally,
know this,
I don't got no fucking problem. I don't give a good
cause
goddamn.
you
You know what I'm saying?
already know. I'm gonna say this about you, dear. Dear, I'm gonna be in the chat. Say I love you, Oliver
Yeah,
and
you're gonna
Gia.
say this. Yeah.
I was say all that because I do. And then if I meet you, I really can't wait to see you in Atlanta because you wasn't there for Halloween when I was there. When I was at Monique's show, I didn't see you at the club. I was like, oh no, Oliver don't do this.
Monique Hart.
Yeah, no, Monique, you know the comedian when she did her tape, and I was there, her Netflix,
Oh, where
and
was I?
so I was there, and I was like, man, I want to see Oliver. And then I went out, and shout out to him. And this is what I love my audience. This is what I knew that I was growing in influence. So I was on Netflix, and I see the cameras. I forgot about the camera. I'm just laughing at Monique jokes. And then when it came out, I was gonna you was in the audience, and that's us. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. And then T.S. Madison had a cameo in the audience. It was amazing. And even though I seen Monique like a time before in Atlanta, and she did half of those jokes before like the Netflix special. So it's just like, man, that was so dope. So I get it. So I understand what you're saying, have a well balance, and we do that. But I just think the mess is the what get the publicity, the more engagements in the gay community, because they don't really give life to me singing their praises. But when it's the mess, the girls tune in. That's the way it is. But I will be messy today. I will be having thoughts about Darius. Most it's
What
gonna be some great thoughts.
Darius do?
No, he didn't do anything. He just existed, and
You think
we're
he
going.
fine?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm gonna tell you why in the show. But I love a person that attractive, smart, entrepreneur, and it's so much I'm gonna say on YouTube. But I'm a really, I gotta be comedic in everything because that's what my audience are used to me. I got to be very comedic in there because he's that way, very intelligent, man.
He's
And
very
you are
smart.
too. You're very, like very sweet, like. And I love that you keep the brand going with that music because I will never forget it in Dallas. I will never forget it. May God rest the dead, Kurt Myers in Dallas. When they booked Tina and Tank and they didn't book Bobby Lights, I called it out on my website. And my friend edited the post, my roommate at the time. And Kurt called me into the office and I demanded they book Bobby Lights and they hired Bobby. Because I've always had a passion for independent gay black artists because when I started the Wiley Show, it was the gay artists on my show, the Freaky Boys, Brian the Rapper, Case the Killer. You know, it was those
The
art.
girls.
There was the girls on my show, Milan
The
Christopher,
girls.
before he became famous on Love and Hip Hop. He was on the show. I used to do a top ten openly gay artist list, and the girls used to hate me. You only put the Freaky Boys because you want to sleep with them, blah, da, 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 da.
Were they
So I've
telling
all,
the truth?
huh?
Were they telling the truth?
No, they was not telling the
Okay.
truth because
I'm just asking.
we put Fly Young Red in there because at the time he was
Where is
hot.
Fly Young Red?
Oh,
No, don't do that. Where he at?
he's life is life,
No,
and
for real, where he at?
he out. Life is he out. He's just life is life. He's irrelevant. He's a has been as an artist. Because
Damn.
this is the thing, Oliver. Again, I told him when that door was open, I said, "Bruh, you got to stop wasting that money. You got to reinvent your, put some more for the follow up because people gonna get overthrow that boy pussy. So you got to have a follow up." And so he was just spending money on his friends, and then his friends and them got in an argument. Then he did an interview with me. I still got it in my archive. His friends all in the back. Move, Wiley. What you saying? His friends was playing in the back. I said, this is unprofessional. Like you're doing a radio interview. And then he flopped. And then I had to drag him. And then he said he criticized gay artists and not being booked, that they not good enough. And then he lost everything. Now he's irrelevant now. So, because I was right all along, even though I was on the outside, people say I was being messy, but everything that I predicted came to pass. I said, you will be irrelevant in the next 5 to 10 years. Nobody will know where you're at. And here we are, 10 years, like close to almost 10 years. He was irrelevant because he didn't know how to reinvent him. He didn't know how to keep it going.
He didn't know when that door opened. You got to know how to keep being consistent. The Freaky Boys the same way, but they different. They decided to leave the music industry to focus on being an actor, Pierre being a landlord, Pierre being an executive in Hollywood, et cetera, et cetera. So I just feel like I interviewed so many. Your boy Nuno. It's like so many girls I have interviewed on the Wiley Show because I started Blog Talk Radio in 2011. T.S. Madison manager Gio when Cookie Tookie came to Chicago and Jeffrey Pub and she was being shady to T.S. Madison. She shitted in the limousine and everything. Then she ran with the people promoters' money. Her manager called into the show. Then Gio called into the show. And then he said, I'm going to make a promise. I can't make no promise. I may can get T.S. Madison on the show. Of course, it never happened. But that's how far I go back with these people. So I could just go on and on and on and on and on that I have been, before it was popular to talk about gay topics. There was hardly no gay bloggers talking about independent underground gay talent. It wasn't many. It wasn't many that was bringing y'all up and as music artists, like charts and stuff like that. There wasn't many outlets like that. But now there's so many opportunities for gay artists right now. But the gay artists got to be hungry. You got to be going to know how to talk to bloggers. You got to know how to promote and market yourself. So, but I love that show because I kind of teared up because it's getting views. It's not like a show with 10 views. You know what I'm saying? Like it have, I think like close to like almost 40,000, close to almost like 40,000. But I know it's past 10,000. So that's good for that artist because they need that. Because some of them probably would never see that again because some just would never have that engagement. Do you know how powerful you had to be to have that type of engagement?
And see, Wiley, this right here, what you just said, and I think this is a great time for us to break because I need to go
Okay.
cake right quick. I think this is why I used to always be so confused on people who have been given the opportunity to be on Chasing Reality Anything and waste their time arguing with 20 people watching them over what a bitch said in their green screen. When you should be pushing a t-shirt, a song, a performance, a
That's
creation
true.
to get yourself to the next
Oh, that's so true.
level.
That's true.
Because it's already 10 times as hard for queer people of color to do a lot of things in the mainstream media space. And we have been blessed with a godsend opportunity on YouTube to be injected into the homes of hundreds of
You
thousands
could
of
say
people. And you're going to
that.
waste the opportunity by giving a fuck about what a bitch you just met 2 months ago has to say about you in a 5-second clip. To me, bitch, you're crazy.
Love you, but that's so true, man. But that's reality. That's reality because people going they just. I'm saying that after today, when I talk about them, like even this Instagram live, they're going to be upset. They're going to be mad because they was being criticized. But if you give me power for it, if you ignore it, it'll go away. I'm telling you.
Honestly, yes. If you do ignore it, it will go away.
Because like when you said something to me, you said, Wiley, I'm done talking about it. No. You said to me, you said I'm gonna talk about this on my platform about the T.S. Madison thing. You said, nope, I'm talking about it on my show. And then you broke it down. Guess what? People moved on because you didn't get on your Instagram. Let me tell y'all something. I didn't get paid. Da 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 da. You didn't do none of that. You handled it with grace. You explained. You added more details to the situation, thing that we wasn't privy to. And once you said what you said, I said, okay, I get it. And guess what? We moved on. But if you would have came up there like Kaya and all of that energy, then it would have added more to it.
Yeah, because I'm a talented bitch, and controversy isn't needed in the world
And
of
no,
Oliver Twix. You
because
know what I'm
you know what you
saying?
did. You know your gift. And that's what I'm saying. Damn, not only Oliver is so
And
gifted, like,
what the
'cause I remember you
Bible says, Wiley, your
gift will
gifts
make
will
room it
always make
said
room
it.
for
It said
you.
your gift will make
It
room for
will
you.
always make room for you. And trust me, baby, I ain't claustrophobic in no space.
Because the gift will make room for you. I would have never thought for the years that I met you that we would still be talking now that you're still relevant. You're more relevant now than you was back then.
I
I have
appreciate that.
interviewed
Wiley, shit, so are you, you crazy bitch.
I have interviewed hundreds of people like a lot of gays, and they're half of them ain't doing nothing. And to still see us still doing it and still working and still hitting the feet, putting feet to the fire, and really out there, that's dope. I will never forget when the Freaky Boys told me. He said, "Wiley, you have been doing this when it wasn't even popular to do. When we didn't even know what to call it, and to see you gaining traction. Because when I first started, bitch, getting 15 viewers, I thought I had a million. Because that's how low,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? So to get 2003 to me, okay. So, but now to see now the blessings of 200 and some thousand, 186,000 now on TikTok and on this particular video, and that video is great. No, I'm talking about 800,000 views we did on TikTok talking about Dragon Oprah. But that's dope because I never thought I would ever see that number. Because I used to, and most of the time when I interviewed you on my radio show, it would just be me and you on the air. I didn't have I would lie and say, oh, we got millions of people tuning in. Bitches, whoever's on the air, who I'm talking to. And
Yeah.
sometimes I ain't had no guy, I was talking to my damn self. So that's how far I come. But I still was Wiley. It's just now it's just people watching how crazy I am. But people from Chicago, they're like, girl, this is what Wiley do. Wiley gonna be Wiley. Ain't nothing you can do to change him. He gonna always talk crap. But I also will sing your praises in the D. I'm so sweet. That's the bipolar aspect of it, bitch. I was diagnosed with it, so you will see if you ever Google bipolar, that's Wiley. And I get in the DM, Oliver, you're so sweet. You're so talented. Oh, you the best. And you say it,
Yes.
Wiley. Why can't you say that publicly?
Yes,
And
Wally, it
then
just means so
publicly,
much.
Oliver was dragging it into the. I say the total opposite of what I just said in the DM. That's the character flaw that I have to work on, and hopefully I get it through.
Yeah, Wally, I can't. I think you funny. You make me
I
laugh.
know I'm funny because I have entertained people in real life. Like I do radio show. I don't know if you know what Stagehead. I would do what I'm doing now, just entertain to my people on Stagehead, and the Ubers and Lyft drivers, they'll be laughing. So I know I'm funny outside the internet. So I cannot stop me for being me. I just have to learn how to give it a well balance, especially definitely with the gays. Whew. I got to give it a well balance. I have to apologize to Brandon Carson. He was so upset about what I said about him. And then once I started balancing it out with the love, and and then now it worked because I wasn't as ruthless. But now with this situation, I'm
Well,
glad I talked to you, Oliver. I'm gonna have to sleep on it. So, whew,
let me
Lord,
tell you,
because I'm about to run
but look,
on
but
camera.
Wiley, here is my biggest advice I would give you. I'm giving you an Oliver Twix
Okay,
nuggets.
go ahead. I'm here for it.
This is good advice I'm giving you. Now, whether you choose to follow it,
Go ahead.
it will be
I'm,
on you.
yes, yes,
Are
yes.
you
I'm
listening?
listening.
Okay. Oh, the things you've lied about. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. No, for real. Oh, no, 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 no. This is the nugget. This is the nugget. The nugget is when you receive bad karma or bad things are happening, it is the perfect environment for you to cultivate good karma and good energy and come out on top.
That's true. That's I agree. I agree. I
When
agree.
you receive bad energy and bad things happening to you, when people are saying things and it's just a lot of craziness going on, it is the perfect setup, the perfect environment for you to inject some good karma, some good energy, and for you to come out on top.
That's true.
While I would love to say majority of my success is because I'm just a bad bitch, I have to one give credit to God,
You have
but I
to.
also
He
have to
created you
give the
for it.
second credit to me keeping that principle of when people are trying to do bad shit or like Darius described it when traps form, I need to go the other route with my energy. And
Yes.
each and every time I've come out on top, each and every time, Wiley. And that's my advice to you.
No, no, I
So
agree.
so while you may I don't know what happened, I still don't know what happened. I don't even want to fucking know what happened. I don't want to know. Whatever happened, I challenge you and I dare you to Do something different.
Okay. I would definitely do something different. I'm gonna wear a different T-shirt that I was gonna wear today. It's gonna be white. So ain't no white soul suppressor being pure. I wear a white T-shirt. But yeah, I still will be dragging up. So that ain't gonna change.
Oh, the things you've lied about. That is funny. That is funny.
But
All right, Wiley, I'm finna go.
thank
I
you.
enjoy you.
I enjoy you. Thank you all. Thank you,
Of
Darius.
course, honey.
I will talk about that today. And again, I won't be dragging this much. Just I was able to get it out on Instagram. All right, y'all. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. Man, this is like the longest Instagram I ever did. Like, wow, that is even as it pertains to your mother. Yo, I love Queen Nikki. Um, I'll be back. I'm gonna post this so y'all can have this. I'm gonna post it on YouTube so y'all can hear on YouTube, you guys. Thank you all so very much. Oliver, thank you to Nicole. Thank you to Trey Sorrell. Thank you to T Spiller. Thank you to Ressie G. Thank you to thank you to Darius for coming to chat. Thank you to Dominique for coming in the chat. Thank you to Rico Cassadine for coming in the chat. It's just it's just amazing. So I thank y'all so very much, and I will see y'all today, later on today. Shout out to girl lie girl. Shout out to y'all. And I will continue this conversation tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time because we got to get into our review for Chasing Dallas and Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and the situation that happened in Chicago. So we'll talk about all that tonight. So talk to you later.